how sluggish and lousy New York looked on Saturday, and now the return of Jimmy Butler. What kind of chance do you give the Knicks to make this series even interesting moving forward?
Well, I did pick the Heat before the series to win, and it's just out of respect for Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra and the squad that they have. They are just relentless, and they fight so hard. You can't give it to them. And the Knicks, they haven't been cohesive enough yet. They've at times looked indecisive, and they haven't quite figured out how to win this series. Now, I do think they still have a ton of talent. I think Quickly is still a TBD with the ankle or whatever it was. But the Knicks have a ton of talent. They can win this series. I don't look at this one as like the Celtics-Hawks. I was like, there's no way the Hawks are going to win. They might win a game, but they're not winning that series. I don't look at this series still that way. I feel like the Knicks are one win away from being, like you just mentioned, with the Sixers and the Celtics. Like, they are still very much in this series. But you're right. Like, they have looked discombobulated. And so the question is can they find a little bit more fluidity against that toughness that Miami brings?
Let's wrap it up with a team you've covered for a long time, and I value your opinion when it comes to Laker basketball. What do you think is the most intriguing part of tonight's matchup against the Warriors?
Well, I think it's always going to be about AD, and so if it's about AD, it's about Draymond Green or Looney or a combination of however the Warriors can get AD away from the basket. When you see AD doing those fadeaways and those turnarounds, that's when the Warriors are succeeding. If AD is just finishing at the basket or attacking at the basket, not putting up like little push shots, that's when the Warriors are going to have that advantage. Because you still have Steph and Clay. You still have all the talent they have. They still have a tremendous upside. They just won the championship last year. They have Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, maybe they're not as good this year. They don't win on the road like they did before. But if they can slow down AD, the Lakers are very vulnerable. So that to me is the key matchup.
And where did he come out on Jordan Poole? A phenomenal talent, but just so enigmatic. I can't get a handle on his lack of consistency. What's your overall view of him? Obviously, the Warriors believe in him enough. They locked him up to the mega contract extension.
Yeah, I mean, to be nice, I'll say that he's not necessarily my type of player. That's like the best
one
way
you
to
can
put
count on, Eric? Let me put words in your mouth.
And this is not like something new. I think Poole is a bench scorer. He's in the vein. He's similar-ish to Jordan Clarkson, probably a little bit more explosive with the jump shot, a better shooter than Jordan Clarkson. I like Jordan. Jordan, I covered him with the Lakers. But a guy who's like, yeah, when he's on, and he can get you a ton of points, but he's probably going to give up a lot on the other end. If you're a Warriors fan, you think he's the successor to Stephen Clay, I got some bad news for you. He's not the guy who's going to carry your team. But if they can harness him just for what he can do, which is explode, then he could still win them a game. And if you can win him a game, then maybe that can win them a series.
Hey, since I covered the Warriors as their sideline reporter before the Renaissance, when Steph and Clay are gone, it'll be back to the Larry Hughes era. But I'll leave the history there. Eric, thank you for being the voice of reason. I didn't want to seem too worked up over what happened in Phoenix, but I'm glad you found it entertaining. I just found it weird, but I wanted to hand out the responsibility. Enjoy the game tonight. Looking forward to chatting with you throughout the rest of the postseason.
All right, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Eric Pincus. He's a chill guy, right? I tried to wind him up. I do my best not to ask the loaded leading questions. In fact, I backed off, but my man was like, hey, bro, stuff happens. All good. Well, also, I am a talk show host, right? So when I was first asked to fill in for Jim in 2017, had this incident occurred, and I said, okay, yeah, there was a thing last night. Hey, no harm, no foul, bro. What's a tactical? It's Czechoslovakia. You zip in, you zip out. Eric, kind enough to join us. That's our huge call, brought to you by Grainger, for the ones who get it done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Click Grainger.com, or just stop by. I did my best, now I'm patting myself on the back, to give you, and these will be the tweets I'll be reading coming home, a wide berth. I gave you a lot of latitude today. We will follow the blueprint unless the phone rings. I am on the schedule for tomorrow, and we're going to follow the same formula. Just 2 guests per show. We'll talk Knicks if it's interesting. Pink is more optimistic than yours truly, maybe because I grew up watching the Knicks and I know what this franchise does. And Laker Bry in for Laker Jim will be honking. Warriors win tonight to make it interesting. This is going 7 because it's all scripted. We know that. So thanks to Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report, and really enjoyed the hockey conversation. Ron Francis was scheduled to chat with Jim. I'm here. I appreciate the commitment being honored, and hopefully my knowledge back in the day came through. I wasn't trying to be Gordie Howe, but I did put some thought into those questions about one of the most fascinating teams in all of sports. Plus, as Jim often says, what's crack-a-lackin'? Thanks to the XR4 Ti, Tom, Jack, Alvin. Did not know I was on the schedule. Al, won't see you tomorrow. He loves it when people call him Al, too. I remember that. That's an old school callback. Want to thank primarily Jim Rome, Craig Kitchen, Spike Eskin, David Murnack, the rest of the good people at CBS Sports Radio and CBS Sports Network. Enjoy the games tonight. I have good news and bad news, and they're both intersecting. If you love the NBA, keep it where it is. If you don't love the NBA, I'm mildly entertaining. What a promo that is. I'm Brian Weber, in for Jim Rome. We'll do it again tomorrow here on CBS Sports Radio.
O'Reilly! Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery needs to be replaced, our professional parts people can help you find the best Superstart battery for your vehicle and budget. Don't wait. Get your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Gilbert worked in retail and restaurant management for 14 years. It was time for a change.
I recognized where I was at was vulnerable to the whims of the economy.
Then he heard about My Computer Career. Gilbert went for it.
In as little as 7 months, I got all of my certifications at a fraction of a cost for college.
He became an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
I can work from anywhere. I have more time for my family as well.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed
Jeff Palumbo, the associate head coach under Cliff Godwin. You know, if there's a play, the umpires can call for a review.
Yeah, it's really one of the areas, in my opinion, we need to kind of clean that up a little bit within our game. There are specific things that you can review. Umpires can decide to review on their own. Essentially, we have 2 that we can call for, but if it's close anyways, they're just going to review it themselves. So I just feel like it's a great thing. We just got to figure out how to kind of corral it a little bit. Just got to slowing the pace of play down.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Oh, come on. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea. I did that. Don't play yourself.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla.
Genius.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with backseat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Ron Ayers Motorsports and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Ace is loaded, 1 out, 1-1. And a swing, a fly ball to deep right field. Melendez chasing this one. Still going. Will he get there? No, it won't. This ball will bounce over the wall. It's an automatic double. That'll get in McKenna. It will get in Stowers as well. And the Orioles lead grows to 12-9. Ramon Arias coming off the bench late and coming through big time.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Excitement time!
Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Pirates are going dancing, baby!
They picked us last. They picked us last. And now we're going dancing. We're going dancing.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live, a Delcor Players Lounge edition of the show. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, pr927fm.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube, and be a part of today's program. What is on your mind? What are you following in the sports world? Your thoughts on ECU sweep over the weekend on the road at Cincinnati. Talk about all that and more. You can join us, and if you have a question for Lane Hoover or Josh Moylan, you can drop it on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and we will pass those along to the guys coming up in later on in our show today. Here is the lineup coming up in about 30 minutes from now. We'll check in with Double B, Brian Bailey, talk about everything going on in the world of sports here locally and beyond. He had Austin Knight on the Brian Bailey Show earlier today at noon and talked about the great pitching performances of the Pirates so far this season. How about the fourth different pitcher for ECU named AAC Pitcher of the Week? You've seen the weekend starters, or the previous weekend starters, named Pitcher of the Week: Trey Savage, Josh Gross, Carter Spivey. Spivey, of course, now moved to the bullpen. And another name this week, and that is Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman, who came in and dominated the Bearcats on Sunday, allowed East Carolina to pick up the come-from-behind win in extra innings to sweep the Cincinnati Bearcats. So congratulations to the big Pirate righty, Wyatt Lunsford-Shinkman, on being named American Pitcher of the Week. We will talk a lot of Pirate baseball on today's program, starting with Double B at 3:30. At 4 o'clock, we will talk to Hoover. East Carolina outfielder Lane Hoover will join us, and hadn't had Hoover in studio in a while, so it'd be good to catch up with him, talk about the sweep, the travel. Hopefully it was better this time than when they went to Wichita a couple weeks ago. The play on the field was certainly better. We'll discuss all that and what lies ahead coming up with Hoover at 4 o'clock and with Josh Moylan at 5 o'clock. The Pirates will not be playing on Tuesday. We've got a change in the schedule for ECU baseball. Instead of playing Old Dominion Tuesday, they're going to play on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. And instead of being at a minor league park, that'll be on ODU's home campus field. So that is the change in the schedule for ECU baseball this week. ECU at ODU coming up 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Pirates will be at home this weekend for a 3-game series. Who's that against, Chandler? Oh, Chandler Honeycutt's here and Shirley Rhodes. Hey, folks.
Hey, Clipper. Happy Monday to you.
Who's it against? Do you know?
I'm sorry?
Memphis. Thank you. Best in the business.
I didn't have my headphones on.
No, it's fine. No, I did not have the weekend opponent, and I was wondering if you knew off the top of your head.
I did. I just didn't hear you. But
well, too late now.
I knew who it was.
But you are not a baseball guy. You are a man of the ponies. You're a horse racing guy. The winner. You had it like you didn't even know what I'm talking about. Did you?
Yes.
Okay. The face you were making was like, what? Huh? Who?
I'm beaming with pride right now. I'm
winner
so proud of myself.
Of the 2023 Pirate Radio Kentucky Derby Challenge is Chandler Honeycutt.
Look, I don't want to make this about myself, but I think you missed somebody in the lineup.
Oh, I did. I'm on a sidetrack right now. I am not done announcing the lineup.
Okay.
But good on you, because we can't leave our guy Isaiah Winstead out.
Yeah.
Talked to him on Saturday. We'll air that interview coming up at 4:30 on today's show. And what a guy you are, Chandler, to push the spotlight away from yourself. You are a team guy. You are a we guy, not a me guy. And you are coming off a fantastic win in the Kentucky Derby. And you continue to say Madge. I'm pretty sure they pronounced it Mage on the broadcast.
It's Mage.
Yeah.
There's no D in there.
Well, I'm continuing to call it Madge because the reason I picked the horse, I've got the video evidence. I picked it because of my late great step great grandmother.
Late great step great grandmother.
Yes.
Okay.
Madge.
Madge.
And it was funny watching it on Saturday. I was back home. I was at my dad's seafood place in Roseboro, North Carolina. Shout out Earl and Jerry's Seafood Shack. Was sitting there watching the race, and my dad was right beside me. I had just got done telling my dad. He was asking me about, did you put anything down on the horse? Or I said, well, we did a pool at work. We did a pool on the show. We did one last year, and it was a disaster. We're going to try to do one again this year, and hopefully it goes smoothly. And so I told him about it, and I told him about choosing Madge. I'm going to still say Madge or Mage if you want to say that. And I told him the story behind that, and we were watching it, and I remember thinking to myself, who is this horse who is hauling tail just out of – I said, someone needs to watch out for this horse here. It's picking up some steam. And sure enough, that horse wins, and I'm like, well, who's the horse? What's that horse's name? And then they showed the jockey and the horse, and then all of a sudden that graphic pops up, and it says Madge. And I thought I was going to go insane. Because I remember kids saying, where's Madge at? Where's Madge? Oh, Madge must be in the back. Madge must be in the back. Madge must have no shot at this. And when that graphic popped up, I thought I was going to lose my cool in Earl and Jerry's. And my dad, we laughed so hard because I was like, wait a minute, I won the pool. I won the pool at work. So I was very excited.
Way to go. What about a story? Josh Thomas is a me guy. He's not a we guy. He wants to make sure he gets his spotlight here.
Give him his flowers.
He says, dang, Clipper, Chandler trying to get on my level, picking winners. Josh Thomas is a money-lining son of a gun.
He is.
And picked Mage before the Derby and got another victory. So congratulations to Josh. Congratulations to Chandler. Congratulations to everyone who had Mage, a.k.a. Madge, on Saturday in the Derby Challenge. All right, Isaiah Winstead will be on the show as well as part of our Delcor Players Lounge. So we got Hoover, we got Moylan, and we got the former ECU wide receiver as he signed with the 49ers midweek last week, and I talked to him over the weekend, was very excited to see that. And you'll hear that interview coming up on today's program. All right, how about those freaking Pirates? A road sweep over Cincinnati.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
East Carolina 6-0 against the Bearcats this year. Great way to send them off into the Big 12. Pirates winning 9-3 on Friday, 11-3 on Saturday. That one got away quickly after a star bomb, Jacob Starling home run, and then a Justin Wilcoxon granny. And then on Sunday, a 6-5 come from behind win in extra innings for East Carolina, and that's where Wyatt Lunsford-Shinkman earned his AAC Pitcher of the Week after going 5 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. What a performance. Faced 15 batters, knocked them all down, and came in and did a fantastic job. Treyas Savage did throw, was on a pitch count, and was only able to get through 1 inning. Gave up a run on 3 hits. Garrett Saylor gave up 3 runs in 3 innings for the Pirates. Landon Ginn gave up a run, so the Pirates really needed to keep those Cincinnati bats at bay, and it was Wyatt Lunsford-Shinkman who did that on Sunday. You saw a couple of hits from Jacob Starling in that game, and Jacob Jenkins-Cowart had the big one for ECU to give them the win in the 10th inning. Lane Hoover had a hit, and I believe, did you watch the game yesterday, Chandler? Jamie, you're out there on YouTube. Anybody else that's out there that saw the game, didn't Hoove hit the ball to first where the runner was doubled off and the ball just about went through the first baseman's glove? I believe that was Hoove that hit a shot down the right field line, and you saw in the replay the ball, about 3/4 of the ball was poking out of the back half of the first baseman's glove, and what would have been an RBI triple turned into a double play for the Pirates. I believe that was Hoove. But we will talk to Hoove about that, if that indeed was him, and other topics coming up at 4 o'clock on today's show. Brad says, what a magical weekend for Chandler. Thank you, Brad. That's the kind of wordplay we enjoy here on Pirate Radio Live. So the Pirates, after the weekend, moving to 34-14, and they moved to 8-9 on the road. If you include the neutral site game, they moved to 8-10 away from the friendly confines of Clark LeClaire Stadium. So East Carolina, we talked about it kind of heading into the weekend. They had 11 games left. You want a shot to host, pretty much need to run the table and then win the conference. Win the conference tournament. Also, we're keeping an eye on the AAC standings, and you had Wichita State and Houston playing each other this weekend. Those were the 2 teams ahead of East Carolina. They only got 2 games in. So now it's like, reminds me of the NFL playoff picture in the hunt when you have teams that tie, and it just messes with your mind when you're trying to look at the standings. All right, what do we need to do? Houston has played 1 less game than East Carolina in the conference standings, but easy to see. They are a half game up on ECU, but they also control the tiebreaker, if you want to look at it that way. I don't know if I don't think they honor tiebreakers, so I think it would just be like a co-championship, but now I guess there can't be a tie due to them not playing a game. So there will be an outright winner.
Well, I have a question.
What is your question? I have questions.
Tie?
Hi?
Tie? That was my question.
There was no tie. There was a game that was not played, and now I believe there cannot be a tie unless East Carolina cannot get a game in their final 2 series. So Houston won the series against East Carolina. East Carolina needs to finish a game up on Houston these last 6 games. What do the Cougars have the remainder of the regular season? I'm so glad you asked that question, because here on Pirate Radio Live, I love answering questions. And the answer to that question is they have teams that I like to call. Every time I go to Houston's website, they give me last year's schedule, and I have to make 2 extra clicks and stall an extra 12 to 14 seconds.
But it doesn't matter because you're getting the answer. And the answer is...
I have the answer. It's Tulane and Cincinnati.
Duh.
I mean, yeah, we all knew that. On the road at Tulane and then Cincinnati at home. I would say Houston wins at least 4 of those games, probably 5 to 6. So East Carolina is going to need to sweep the rest of their way against Memphis and against South Florida if they want a shot to win the American regular season. That is what I am projecting on my bracketology. So there you go. There's an update on the AAC baseball standings. Let's see. Jamie says that last Campbell game should be known as the RPI game. All right, fine. We can label it that. Wednesday's game against Old Dominion on the road, that has been moved to Wednesday. That has been moved to 3 o'clock, so we'll be watching that one right here in the Pirate Radio studios coming up on Wednesday. I got to figure out if P. Mace is going to Norfolk or if he'll be hanging out with us on Wednesday watching that one in studio. Pirates have Memphis this weekend, Friday at 6, Saturday at 4, Sunday, Mother's Day at 1 o'clock. Campbell is next Tuesday. That's a big one. Our buddy Paul Lucas from UniWatch will be here.
Oh, yeah.
Rocking the purple. Pirates will be wearing the powder purples that game against Campbell, according to Paul Lucas. Purple Amnesty Day here in Greenville. And then East Carolina will close it out against South Florida Thursday the 18th, Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th, and the American Athletic Conference tournament begins May the 23rd. So that's where we are with Pirate Baseball. Any questions, Chandler?
No questions, but I was looking that we go to South Florida to end the regular season. And I feel like we always have struggled against South Florida, whether it's at home or on the road. But I was just looking at the standings to see where they're at, and sure enough, they're at the bottom of the barrel of the conference at 6-12 in American play. But ECU has a good opportunity to take advantage of getting a win on Wednesday at 3 o'clock on the road against Old Dominion, where you got a win against them earlier in the year in Clark LeClaire Stadium 7-3, and then you'll have a chance to sweep Memphis this weekend, and then that's going to be a very important game next week against the Camels, where you found yourself not being able to hit the baseball in Fayetteville earlier this year. Maybe they can hit the baseball and get a win against the Camels next week, and then hopefully sweep South Florida and go into American Athletic
Jeez Louise.
American Athletic Conference tournament strong. So we shall see, but it all starts on Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Well, Chandler, we base a lot of things on feelings, right? How do we feel? What do you feel? You feel like ECU struggles against South Florida. You just have that feeling, you said.
Like there's a feeling and it really.
You want to know facts?
What it's telling, like if the feeling could talk, it's saying ECU struggles against South Florida.
You want to know the facts?
Yeah.
Maybe it could help out last year, here at home, ECU swept South Florida. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, do you remember, Chandler, the 4-game series weekends we were playing?
Oh, my God, yes.
East Carolina 1-2, lost 2 to South Florida. That might be part of your feelings, and that was at South Florida.
It's crawling up my shoulder right now.
In 2019, East Carolina went to Tampa and swept South Florida. So I think that feeling you've got is from that 4-game series a couple years ago.
COVID year.
And you can't shake that feeling.
Yeah, I just can't shake it.
You know what would help? If East Carolina goes down there this year and takes care of business. Jamie says, we did not budge in the D1 rankings. Pirates staying at 14, I believe, in the D1 baseball poll. He says the AAC per RPI definitely looks like the worst Power 5 conference per the rankings. Are we in the Power 5? Is this Mike Oresco talking?
Hey, Mike, we actually have Mike here with us. Mike, how you doing?
Justin Hardy.
Do you consider us a part of the Power 5?
Yeah, Shank Harden, Justin Hardy. Power 6 is where I like to be. I consider us Power 6.
I think we should have a flag, Mike. Don't you think so?
Oh, we have a flag. It's big, bold, and like your colors are purple and gold, our flag is big and bold. Justin Hardy.
Shane Garden.
Jamie says losing would do major damage. Winning would not move the needle. I guess referring to the series against South Florida. Any series left in the AAC. The big one is right now against Campbell. We need to get it just for argument's sake, because a sweep to Campbell would not be pretty at all. But also for RPI's sake, East Carolina can move up, and I don't think hosting is out of the possibility at this point. You just got to go on one of those runs like you did at the end of last year, and then you would have a chance. And that would be exciting if East Carolina could win midweek. You got a 3-game series. You think you can take care of business against Memphis this weekend, and you start to get on that run. And boy, then next Tuesday's game means a whole lot at Clark LeClaire Stadium. So still a lot to go. All right, let's see. ECU softball will be in the AAC conference tournament coming up this weekend.
Starting on Thursday.
Starting this late week, I should say. You're right, Shirley. Thank you for that. They were swept. Man, they were winning Saturday and ended up. Shirley, you were there, right?
Yeah, I was there
the
Saturday.
Pirates led, 3-2, I want to say?
Yeah, it was 3-2. And then Tulsa tied the game with a late, I want to say like 5th inning. I think it might have been a double. And then we had a walk. But anyway, there was a home run in there that basically, nailed the door shut for East Carolina. They ended up losing 6-3, but they were winning that game, and really, for all intents and purposes, and I'm going to air a grievance here.
All right.
As of right now, and it won't come into play until next year, instant replay is not in effect for softball, at least for East Carolina. I don't know if it is for the rest of the AAC, but it's not available. It was not available this year for ECU softball. There were 2 calls that the umpires absolutely blew to the point where I was completely confounded. One of them, I still don't understand why he did what he did. The first was a tag at second base, and it was clear that the tag was missed. It was clear from us up in the press box, and they called the runner out. And once again, we did not have benefit of instant replay. The second one, I'm still scratching my head over, as there was a ball that was hit, and the left fielder missed it, threw it home, and then there was a play at third base. Now, when and ECU had the runner dead to rights coming into third, the tag was applied. Before the umpire that was standing there looking at the play made the call, the other field umpire comes running over saying something about a delay of some sort, and forces the runner that got tagged out at third to go back to second base for no apparent reason. It wasn't a dead ball at that point. That ball was still in play because it was, and the runner scores. And that, I think, brought it in. That was the one that tied it up, 3-3. And then the runner that was at third base, who should have been tagged, should have been called out. That would have ended the inning. Instead, she was sent back to second base for, we still don't know what the reason was. And once again, no benefit of replay to understand why the umpire made that call. And then there was a walk, and then the next batter hit a 3-run jack. So that's pretty much, it was just a string of bad luck for East Carolina. They fought the whole way through. They just Tulsa just had some timely hits, and they hit a couple out of the park. So it's just unfortunate. Now I think they are the 6th seed, heading into the tournament. They've got to face third-seeded South Florida coming up Thursday, and I think that first pitch is at 5 o'clock. No,
you are correct. 5 o'clock Thursday.
Okay. Yeah.
We will talk to Shane Winkler coming up.
I'd love to hear his because
he's not going to talk about umps, but he can say what their explanation was.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to say. I hope he will be able to shed some light on that play because those of us in the press box were absolutely stupefied. We had no idea why. Dumbfounded, stupefied, whatever you want to call it. But I just I tried to come up with some sort of explanation, as to why he called her back there, and I don't have one. So I'd love to hear what he had to say.
We'll talk to Coach Winkler later this week ahead of the AAC softball championships. All right, so there's baseball, there's softball. We talked Derby, Hurricanes update.
They had a high-scoring affair. 8-4 was the final.
They were on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
As the Devils put up 8 goals on Carolina. Just came out red hot with 3 goals in the first period. And I kind of thought that was going to happen. You switch over to your home ice. And now we'll see if the Canes can win Game 4 of the series on the road, as they did in the first round when they took on the Islanders. But they still control a 2-1 series lead over the New Jersey Devils. Game 4 of that series coming up Tuesday, 7 o'clock on ESPN. Also on Sunday, the Panthers took a 3-0 series lead, a 3-2 win over Toronto. A shocker there in that series.
Who would have seen that coming after they beat the Maple Leafs?
The Panthers beat the Maple Leafs.
That's what I'm saying. Who would have seen that coming? Because the Maple Leafs are traditionally a really good, they are, I guess you could say what do they call them? Like a blue blood type.
Original six.
Yeah, the original six. And the Florida Panthers, I mean, you don't hear much from them in the world of hockey. And they have come out, guns a-blazing, and they've taken a 3-0 lead now?
3-0 series lead after winning in overtime on Sunday, and they can close it out coming up in Game 4. And they're cracking 5 goals in the second period, 7 in the game. They beat the Stars to take a 2-1 series lead in that one. Coming up tonight, Golden Knights at Oilers. That series tied at 1 game apiece. That'll be 8:30 on ESPN. All right, in the NBA playoffs, quick update on coming up tonight. You've got Knicks at Heat, and the Heat lead that series 2-1. Also, Warriors at Lakers. LeBron, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers took it to Golden State in Game 3. Game 4 tonight, 10 o'clock on TNT.
Is that series tied yet?
It is 2-1 LA with the series lead. Sunday, we saw the Sixers get by the Celtics in a classic overtime game, 116-115. 42 points for James Harden in the win over Boston, and that series tied at 2. And then the Suns, not ready to go out without a fight. They tie their series at 2 games apiece. 53 points for Joker in the loss for Denver, 129-124 the final. That series tied at 2 apiece. So got some great series going on in both the NHL and NBA playoffs. Baseball over the weekend.
Michael Harris Jr., baby.
Baltimore, you're a fun story. Great start of the season, but stay over there.
Get on out of here.
Stay over there, that American League side of things. You're not ready for National League Baseball. Braves beat the O's in a series. That was a fun series. Great series. Braves had to come back in Game 2. Had a late home run, pinch hit home run, Kevin Pillar, and then Michael Harris wins it with a double in extra innings, and the Braves beat the Orioles. Atlanta is now 7 games up already in the National League East over the Mets and the Marlins. Braves at 24-11 on the year. Big series for the O's this week as they will take on first place Tampa. Baltimore 5.5 games back. Baltimore 22-12, but 5.5 games back of the red hot 28-7 Tampa Bay Rays. So that's what's going on in Major League Baseball. All right, let's take a break. When we return, Double B Brian Bailey will join us. We'll talk some Pirate baseball and more Coming up, when we return to hour one of Pirate Radio Live, BB joins us. We've got Lane Hoover, Josh Moylan coming up later on in the show. And you'll hear my interview with Isaiah Winstead. Big Monday edition, Big Delcor Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. A lot more to go after this.
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Some things just go together. That's why Bojangles and Appalachian Mountain Brewery have partnered to brew the tasty beverage we didn't know we've been waiting for. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea is perfect for entertaining, enjoying on vacation, tailgating, and any occasion when you want to bring the fun. It's always been Bo time, and now it's brew time. Pick up Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door says welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful. Men, make your next suit or sport coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Russell and Rhonda work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Mother's Day is that special day where moms shouldn't have to cook. Fifth Street Hardware and Tap Room has you covered with the special Brunch Buffet Mother's Day. The brunch will include a prime rib station, build your own waffle station, and a buffet with over 12 items to choose from to make everyone in the family happy. Fifth Street Hardware and Tap Room is located on 5th Street beside the State Theater. Visit them on Facebook or Instagram for more information and daily specials. And we'll see you Mother's Day for the best brunch buffet in town.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
At your CBD store Greenville, they've got gifts to make Mom's Day. Buy any 2 SunMed Bath and Beauty products and save 20% off your entire purchase. Just mention the code MAY20. Your CBD store is your go-to shop for all natural sleep, relaxation, recovery, wellness products, and pet products too. Their award-winning products are safe, trusted, and third-party tested. New gifts and accessories are in stock. Everything from CBD to charcuterie boards. Call ahead for pickup at 999-5127. Your CBD store Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, beside Jed's Pizza.
Pirate Radio.
It's great to be on. This is an honor. You know, Pirate Radio is kind of a cult following around North Carolina, so I'm excited.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line and pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Flip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Delcor Players Lounge Monday, and we will go inside that Players Lounge at 4 o'clock with Lane Hoover going to join us. Also, Josh Moylan coming up at 5, and at 4:30, I'll play my interview that I had earlier on the weekend on Saturday with Isaiah Winstead. So you'll hear that coming up on the show as well. If you got a question for Hoover or Moylan, you can get that in on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. And we got Randolph checking us out. Afternoon, guys, and Shirley. Hit those likes, folks. Good to see y'all at AJ's on Wednesday. Yes, it was Randolph. Good to see you and the Boom Boom crew. And Pike. Pike switched from listening on radio to YouTube and gave us a like. Pike, thanks for the like, Pike. Appreciate that. By the way, Jerry says hello to only one of us today.
Now, this is what he said. He literally said, "Hello, Shirley."
I'm taking that to him saying hello to Shirley. Last week he just said hello to me. Today just to Shirley. Chandler, maybe your day's coming up.
Maybe next week.
All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line and say hello to Double B Brian Bailey, who joins us here on the program. BB, how you doing, sir?
Not too bad. How are you guys?
We are doing good on a Monday. The Pirates looking good on a Monday, coming off a sweep at Cincinnati, and good for multiple reasons. They're trying to rack up all the wins they can here late in the year. Bailey, stay up in those rankings. Try to get that RPI number boosted. Try to once again host at Clark LeClaire. But also, with all the road woes they have had this year, it was good to see them win 3 away from home.
Yeah, it really was. And when you look at the first two, as far as the games go, they were not necessarily blowouts, but the Pirates were in control most of the way. And then in Game 3, they gave up the 3-run bomb and were down a run, but they were good enough to come back and tie it in the 8th and then win it in the 10th. So it was a great weekend, I thought, for them.
Talked to Austin Knight on the Brian Bailey Show earlier today. If folks missed it, they can listen to it on radio coming up at 6 or find it on Facebook or YouTube. And man, he's got a lot of arms to work with this year. We've seen what the Pirate weekend rotation has done. Now you move Root into that rotation. Carter Spivey, and you guys talked about this quite a bit, so valuable coming out of the bullpen. He was AAC Pitcher of the Year doing that last year. And then, speaking of coming out of the bullpen, Wyatt Lunsford-Shinkman, the 4th Pirate to win the AAC Pitcher of the Week award this season for East Carolina, goes 5 perfect innings for East Carolina, 15 batters faced, 15 batters mowed down, and that was a big part of having them win that Game 3 yesterday.
Yeah, it really was, and he was impressive. I mean, it was, at first you get through a couple innings, and you're like, well, he's cruising along, and then you go back and look, and to go 5 perfect when the game's on the line, basically, I mean, that 10th inning, you take the lead, and then they come to the plate and just never got anything going at all, so yeah, give him a lot of credit for that one. He looked really, really good. And, the whole thing about baseball and basketball, for that matter, you want to be playing your best at the very end of the season. And I think that's what Coach Godwin has said. Exams are over, so now you just concentrate on baseball. Best time of year to play. Pirates just got, 6 conference games left, 2 in the non-conference ranks. The Old Dominion game moved to Wednesday this week at 3 o'clock. So the season's winding down very quickly.
Pirates took care of the Monarchs earlier this year, 7-3, back in April here in Greenville. They'll face ODU again coming up, as Austin Knight broke that news today on the Brian Bailey Show Wednesday at 3 o'clock. And Bailey, this is a 30-win team for Old Dominion. They are 30-17 on the year, and they themselves looking to try to pile up some wins here late in the year, try to get to that magical 40 spot with some wins in the Sun Belt tournament. So this is a team that needs one coming up. East Carolina knows what they need to do as well. Should be a good one on Wednesday.
Yeah, it really should. And you look at the 2 non-conference games left for East Carolina. Both are really, really important. Campbell is, next week at home. The Pirates really want to, do some damage there because they've lost to the Camels. So hopefully that'll come true. But As Austin said, as Cliff would tell you, you just got to take it one game at a time, one pitch at a time. But it's hard for players to do that. I know it's impossible for fans because that's not the way fans think. But that's pretty much what they got to do.
Speaking of the way fans think, I was thinking about doing this, and I forgot to do it segment one. After the Wichita State sweep, that Game 3 where the Pirates lost, I went into a very dangerous place on the show, and that was the comments section on Facebook after the win. I was going to do that today after the Game 3 win for the Cincinnati game and go into the comments section. I think we had like 48 in that loss to Wichita, and I believe there was 5 comments, Bailey, after the sweep. That's not shocking, right?
No, not at all. That's pretty much what you get. I mean, when you're successful,
I figured I'd give you a hand. Chandler's desperately trying to work in there. Did you get it fixed, Chandler? Maybe not. I don't know. He threw his hands up. I'm not sure if he got it, but he's working on it.
Shirley, if you were called out of the softball booth while you were PAing and said there is a new rule where the PA announcer can be added as an extra hitter if the game goes into 15-plus innings, and you walk up to the dish, before you leave the PA booth, what song are you telling them to play for your walk-up song?
Till I collapse.
Baby. We're back?
We are back!
Till I Collapse. Who's that by?
Eminem.
Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Shirley, collapse on back to your seat. But I would love to say...
I mean, I came over here to help you out.
But I want to say thank you for what you just did. You saved me and you saved the show. You should be proud about that.
Yeah, but you just told me to collapse on the way back.
Yeah, collapse on back to your seat.
Did you already read Austin's comment on YouTube?
I said we weren't going to do it until we were back on audio.
All right, we're back. All right, Austin says, no audio on YouTube. He said, Shirley must have fallen asleep on the job again.
Shirley, relax.
Shirley, stop.
Relax, Shirley, relax.
Hey, Austin.
Relax.
Know your role and shut your mouth and stay in your own lane.
You jabroni.
All right, we are back. Good to hear. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Jamie, Alex, and thank you, Shirley, for saving the show. As I was like a fish out of water flopping around, I couldn't interact with my internet peoples. I ran out of topics for hour one.
I'm sorry.
I couldn't talk to Chandler.
I heard you talking to me. Probably one of the worst feelings in the world is hearing your best friend Clip Brock talk to you and want a conversation with you.
We're not best friends.
And
but go ahead. No, go ahead. I wouldn't say we're best friends. Wait, do you consider me your best friend?
I did.
Oh no.
Wait,
anyway,
tank the show there, Clip.
Awkward.
I would say a worse feeling is me trying to talk to you.
So, change of plans on the worst feeling in the world. Probably the worst feeling in the world is thinking that you're best friends with Clip Rock, and then on live radio, you're basically saying we're not best friends. But before that, it was hearing Clip wanting to talk to me and wanting to have a conversation with me, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Come and talk to me. Do, 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 do. Get in your questions for Lane Hoover and Josh Moylan now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We got Hoover coming up in just a moment. What an hour it's been. We had a very productive segment one where we laid out everything to you. Baseball, softball, talked about the playoffs going on. Talked to Brian Bailey. That's when things went south. Lost our audio. Couldn't hear a darn thing. Oh, I thought about doing charades. And this was going to be my charade. My what am I doing here? All right, I got a ball here. I threw the ball, and now I'm pointing upward.
There was a video I saw, and I can't remember the pitcher's name. Can I ask this question? Is it a pitcher?
No, it's not a person's name. It's like an action. It's two words.
Pop up. Pop up.
No, what is pop? What do you mean pop?
Fly out.
Fly ball.
All right, what am I doing?
You're throwing.
Yeah.
Throwing up.
Oh, you're throwing up?
Throw up, yeah. Throwing up. Which is what I felt like I was doing on the show, and I couldn't talk to anybody. Just verbally. Mike P said, this might have been on Mike P's end. He said when the audio went out, I threw away my whole computer, bought a new one, and now it works. Yeah, it was something wrong with Mike's computer.
It's all Mike's fault.
Which caused everyone to not be able to hear us here on the show. So, Mike, way to go. Your new computer works, and it has solved everything. Well done, sir. Well done to you.
Congrats to Craig, who got the charades He won the charades contest.
Craig,
today.
way to go, man.
Says throw up.
Good for you. As we're gonna next time the audio goes out, we're just gonna play charades in here for our Facebook and YouTube audience. I guess we still got to do something for our fantastic radio audience as well. Next time that happens. All right, let's take a break. When we return, we'll go inside the Delcor Players Lounge. Still to come on today's show, Lane Hoover, Isaiah Winstead, and Josh Moylan, a big Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Pirates coming off a sweep. Got ODU coming up Wednesday. That's right, if you missed it, we mentioned it earlier. No baseball on Tuesday. It'll be Pirates and Monarchs coming up Wednesday at 3 o'clock in Norfolk. Lane Hoover joining us next on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Whoa. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla, that was my idea. My idea. Doritos and pizza. I did that. Another one.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Happy 100th anniversary to Minji's Bottling Group. Congratulations on 100 years of refreshing Eastern North Carolina.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
And then it was two seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Players Lounge Monday. If you need help with your heating, cooling, plumbing, you can call Delcor, the service professionals, at 321-8868. Visit DelcorInc.com, because why get it just done when you can get it done right with Delcor. Joining us in the Pirate Radio studios, East Carolina outfielder Lane Hoover. And Hoove, long time no see. How you been, man?
I've been doing good. It's always good to get on here after a sweep.
Yes, sir.
Feels really good.
And first of all, Lane, I asked you during the break, tell us about the travel. You had the travel from hell against Wichita State, but things went a little better for you guys this time around?
Yeah, it was actually got back around 7 o'clock last night. So when you can play at 1 o'clock and get back at 7, that's always a successful trip, on the way back.
Can't beat that. So 3 wins, a smooth trip, and now the Pirates will be back at it coming up on Wednesday. So you saw that earlier today, Lane. Scheduled game with ODU for Tuesday has been moved to Wednesday, so you get a little extra time in between games. How is that? How can you use that to your advantage if you're East Carolina?
Yeah, I honestly think that give us another day for our pitchers to get rest, because we did throw a lot of guys throughout the weekend. So, yeah, I think we can use that to our advantage.
Let's look at that Game 3 against Cincinnati, Lane, and you talk about using pitchers, and man, Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman going 5 innings, although you look at his pitch, he only threw 40 pitches, faced 15 batters, got them all, perfect 5 innings, and as you're trying to rally, make a comeback and win the game, when you got him going out there going 1, 2, 3, that's got to be huge for your defense, and also huge for you guys as hitters as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting your defense off their feet and back in the dugout as quick as you can, that really helps out the hitters a lot. I mean, was that less than 10 pitches per inning right there? So, yeah, it was really good. He pitched awesome in both of his appearances.
No, one of those outs was, I believe, right after you moved into left field, a line shot to you, and you're able to get that one. And you didn't have a lot of time to think on that one, right?
Yeah, it had a lot of top spin, but the ball's they say it's a lot, but the ball really, it finds you if you move positions or come into the game, and that's what happened.
Yeah. And Lane, your hardest hit, maybe your ECU career ends in a double play for East Carolina. What a weird situation that was. 1 on, and you're up, and if the situation wasn't what it was at first, it probably would have been a triple for you. Instead, it ends in a double play, and the ball almost going through the first baseman's glove. Did you see a replay of it on TV?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I went back today and saw it.
Like 3/4 of the ball is through the glove, and that's just one of those bad breaks for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate, but, all you can do is hit the ball hard, and, unfortunately that happened like that, and in top of the ninth as well. But yeah, all you can do is hit the ball hard, and that's the game. That's how it goes.
You're better off, Lane, hitting one of those choppers and just legging it out.
Yeah, I might
stop hitting the ball so hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you get a number on the exit velocity on that one?
When I was listening to it today, the announcer said 109, 110. I mean, that's impressive. I don't know if I believe that, because I don't know if I ever hit a ball that hard, but I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, just where the first baseman basically called it as a safety measure. Didn't have any other choice but to catch that one and double up. But the Pirates able to win it later on and get out of there with a sweep. And look, you'll take any win on the road you can get, Lane. Your numbers as a team at home way better than the numbers on the road. So how did it feel to go out and pick up 3 road wins this weekend?
Man, a sweep on the road for us was really big for us. You know, we haven't been that great on the road, but when you can go to Cincinnati and take 3 games, we'll take that any day. So it was very big for us, and we're going to take this momentum into Wednesday.
And man, that is 6-0 against the Bearcats this year. And you look at what Cincinnati has done, not against East Carolina. They would be like near the top of the league if they didn't have to play you guys. So you have had their number, but they have been very good outside of their games against ECU this year.
Yeah, I will say you can't look at Cincinnati's record. They do play better than what their record is, and they're a good quality team. And you know, they really always played us tough throughout the years.
Lane, I got some questions for the pitchers next time I see them from a listener about their field and their mound and everything. As a position player, I don't know, how different is it than playing from, the grass on Clark LeClaire?
Yeah, I actually do like turf. Really, the hops it's really insane. A line drive, to the outfield can go right over your head, So, but we get there, the day before on like Thursday, we play on Friday, and we feel it out, and we see what all these hops are doing and stuff like that. But I like playing on turf just as much as I like playing on grass. It don't really bother me.
Yeah, all the same to you. How about playing balls off the wall, and when you go to road venues, are you able to get some of that work in as well?
Yeah, we do that on Thursday as well. We hit balls off the wall, and like the fence in Cincinnati, the ball just hits the wall and just goes straight down. So yeah, we do all that stuff on the day before, and fill it out.
All right, how about dugouts, Lane? Are all dugouts created equal, or are there better road dugouts than others? And if so, what's your favorite dugout and least favorite road dugout you've been in?
Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati actually does have a good dugout. It's usually it's pretty big. Yeah, those smaller dugouts, they can get you. You don't really know where to put your stuff all the time, and but yeah, Cincinnati's dugout was actually really good. They had a nice locker room for us in there too. So yeah, always bigger the dugout is always better.
All right, so you approve Cincinnati's baseball facilities. I know you want to hit one off that ugly basketball building they got back there.
Yeah, I know. I want to so bad.
Did you get one in BP maybe or anything?
I came close.
Yeah.
It was a couple off the wall.
There you go. All right, Lane Hoover joining us. If you got a question for Lane, you can get that in, and we will ask him as the Pirates get ready for ODU coming up this week on Wednesday, and then back home against Memphis. And Lane, are you aware of the conference standings right now?
Yeah, I am.
Houston is a half game up on you guys. You got to play one game better than them to win the AAC regular season. And Williams asking, after the dominance you guys have had in the league, do you feel any added pressure trying to catch Houston? Is that something you're thinking about with these 2 weekend series left?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. And, I think the rest will just take care of itself. I'm honestly not sure how that works out with the Houston and Wichita game on Sunday. I guess it got rained out.
Yeah, it's they're not going to make that up, okay. I believe.
Yeah, I don't really know how all that works, but we're just going to continue what we're doing. We got to take care of business ourselves, and just keep on going.
Good question, Jamie. I haven't talked to you in so long. I forgot that I haven't talked to you since you've been on SportsCenter with. And look, you guys have made a habit of robbing home runs this year. You've had 2, right?
Yep.
2. Yeah. The most recent one was just a thing of beauty, arm over the wall. So how cool was that? And let me ask you this first, Lane. When I'm growing up in the 90s, being on SportsCenter was the end-all, be-all. Now there's like YouTube and like TikTok and everything's on video, is it still as cool to be on SportsCenter in 2023 as it was back when I was a kid? What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's the first time I've ever been on top 10. So it's like a dream of mine. Like my dream of mine is always hit a walk-off and always rob a home run, you know. So, it's special to me.
That's awesome. Shirley, can you load that cut up, the Lane robbed home run? Can we hear that again? Do you have it ready? If not, can you load that for us? Because I want to hear I think the announcer just said wow like 20 times basically as Lane got up and got over the wall. Lane, if you were like 3 inches taller, you'd be playing basketball with your hops.
I know didn't have the best genetics, but I mean, my mom and dad gave me good hops and good speed, I guess. So I'll take that.
Speaking of genetics, Denny Hoover does have a question.
Oh, boy.
Ask Lane and Josh what has been their favorite places to eat on the road in the last few years. So when you think about your top 3, top 5 road venues, Lane, where would you say?
Man, I'll tell you what, when we stay at these hotels have phenomenal food. I ain't going to lie to you. Honestly, Cincinnati was really good. Tulane, their hotel was good. You know. So,
now, do you get like NOLA specific food? Like,
so some nights we'll get like restaurant food, then some nights the hotel will make it.
Yeah.
And man, in Cincinnati they made this good barbecue and
Eastern North Carolina style or what?
It was the more sweeter.
Okay,
10-4. Yeah. Yep. I like both, but I know there's
a good
lot
political answer.
Yep, I know there's a lot of controversy on that, so I ain't gonna go too far with that.
All right.
I'll tell you what, these hotels we go to, their food is actually really good.
All right. Did you try the Skyline chili? Have you tried that in Cincinnati?
No.
Okay.
No. Is it good?
I've never had it.
Oh.
It's noodles and chili and just a mound of cheddar cheese, I believe. That's pretty much it. Do we got the highlight, Shirley? Lane Hoover robbing a home run, SportsCenter top 10.
All right, college baseball, Tulane, East Carolina, and Brennan Lambert flies one to left field. Lane Hoover comes from center. Wow.
Oh, Lane.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. All you can say is wow. And Lane has a lot of experience jumping over that wall with all the jungle jumps you've made too. So
yeah, I gotta give credit to the jungle. So before and after the game, usually if I'm playing left field, I do jungle jumps. So gotta give credit to them.
Yeah, you kind of know the timing, right? Because like when you make a catch like that, there's athleticism involved, but also knowing where you are, being aware of how close you are, all that stuff. So a lot goes into it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I love about our field. I like the shorter fences, and I think that should be a little bit more popular than it is because I think it's always cool, to rob a home run. So, yeah.
All right. Lane is a big shorter fence advocate for everyone out there designing a new ballpark. Yep. Make sure you get those shorter fences. We will get to some more of your questions. If you have one, you can get it in on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitter for Lane Hoover and Josh Moylan. Let's take a break. We'll have more with Big Hoove when we return. Pirate Radio Live here on a Players Lounge Monday presented by Delcor. You got a question or a concern about your heat, cooling, plumbing? Delcor can get it taken care of. The service professionals are on call, 321-8868, or you can visit delcorinc.com. More to go with Lane Hoover when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
And then it was 2 seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McGlawhorn, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market, or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that'll be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has the answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I was just checking Lane on the NBA Draft Lottery. It is coming up next Tuesday. That's when the Hornets will shock the world, get the number 1 pick, draft that Victor guy, and get back into the playoffs. So can't wait for that, right?
That's exactly right.
That's about the only shot we have to get in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, NBA playoffs coming up tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
Knicks at Heat, game 4 of that series, with Miami leading at 2-1, and Lakers and Warriors game 4 tonight. Lakers a 2-1 series lead. You've been watching the NBA playoffs or Hurricanes at all, Lane?
Honestly, not with all this traveling. I haven't, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't really know who I want to win.
Yeah, Hornets are out. Doesn't really matter to you.
Yeah.
And you hadn't got the hockey fever at all with the Canes?
No, and I'm trying to, because I really want to get into hockey. So, but go Canes.
Here's a reason why to get into it, which I do during the playoffs, because we are both Hornets fans, and we never have anything to watch in April and May. So you might as well get into something, right? I mean, we keep an eye on the Braves, as they won their series against the O's.
Yep.
But, regular season baseball this time of the year, it's great that the Braves win, but I would say try to hitch your wagon to the Canes. It makes for a fun May.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to take a look into that.
And you are, what are you, a Panthers guy?
Yep, unfortunately. Yeah.
What do you think about Bryce Young? You excited?
Yeah, I really like that pick. I was either thinking him or, CJ. So, but yeah, either one is, very, very quality.
All right. You got a question for Lane? You can get that in. You said your dream was hitting a walk-off home run or robbing a home run. I'm going to make this statement. I'm going to say Lane Hoover, the only player in the country to have multiple home runs and robbed home runs this season.
Yeah, it might be.
I think that I'm saying that as a fact without knowing all the facts, but I'm pretty sure Lane Hoover is the only one in the country. If anybody can correct me on that, feel free, but I bet you can't. Nick says, what's better, robbing home runs or hitting bombs?
Well, since I don't hit bombs much, I'll tell you what, robbing home runs is, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, it's sick. I do. It's pretty cool.
Especially when you've got your arm beyond the fence, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's legit. Yeah. Like, that ball was gone, but you took it back.
Yeah. It was a pretty cool moment.
How about, and we talked about Wyland for Schenkman a moment ago, 4th Pirate pitcher to win the Pitcher of the Week award for the team this year. You've had Spivey, Groves, and Yasavage going into this. Now, Wyatt joins that group and says a lot about your pitching this year, Lane.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing their job, so hopefully they can keep it up. But, man, they've been doing an outstanding job this year.
Saw a lot of Jake Hunter starting last year. He has found his role now. Well, he's got different roles. He pitches during the midweek. We see him on the weekend. And the team dancer during an opposing team pitcher's change. So he's got a lot of roles with the team.
Yeah, I guess you could say he can do a little bit of everything. Yeah.
How fired up do you get when you see Hunter doing his moves? And he's only got a few moves, but he does them well.
Yep. I mean, whatever gets the crowd into it, So I honestly wouldn't have thought about him being, the typical dancer kind of guy. But,
yeah.
Hey, man, it gets the crowd into it.
And now it seems like he's almost forced into it. He has to run from the bullpen down to the dugout. And he does whatever this is. Yeah. I've seen him hit a sprinkler, gritty, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got like a rotation of 4 or 5 go-to moves.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
If you were asked to be in that spotlight, what would be your go-to dance move?
Probably like the cha-cha or something.
Okay. What is that?
Well, I like to move my hips because the hips don't lie. So,
all right, Shakira.
Yeah, yep.
The Hoover hips.
Yeah, there you go.
Chandler, your thoughts on that?
Hips don't lie.
Yeah, got the Hoover hips and Clippo the hippo.
A 2-man dance team that nobody wants, and you're not going to get it, folks. All right, wish I had my phone on me. Bryce Williams will be here Tuesday, Pirate Radio Outdoors. And he got him a big turkey.
Big old turkey.
A big turkey this weekend.
Tears.
So he's fired up. Are you a huntsman, Lane?
Nah, but I'm a fisherman.
You're a fisherman. Okay.
Fish,
an outdoorsman.
Yep. Especially down there at, I live close right there about 15 minutes from Lake Norman.
Okay.
So, yeah, I love to fish.
All right. I'm dropping you off in the middle of the woods. We'll say lakeside. So that way you can take care of the fishing duties Who is an outdoorsman? What teammate would you want to be dropped out in the middle of the wilderness with so you can survive?
Cam Claunch.
All right.
Yep.
So he does the hunting, the outdoor stuff?
Yep. He does a little bit of everything.
Y'all can survive a month, you think?
Yeah, definitely. Good old country boy. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely Cam Claunch.
All right, good deal. Denny Hoover says the Hoover maneuver.
Yep.
Did you get your hips, your dancing from your folks as well?
Yep. My dad claims that he can dance a little bit.
All right.
And he likes to rap a little bit.
Okay.
He likes to do a little shaggy,
Shaggy!
Yeah, so.
Every time I leave now, seemingly from Clark LeClaire, I hear a Clippo the Hippo from a distance, and it's your pops.
Yeah.
I actually met your parents. It was the night that the game got rained out. It was that Friday night, and I was walking by this car. I noticed there was this couple in the car just sitting there, and I just heard, "Hey, that's Chandler from Pirate Radio." And I turned, I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, and as soon as I saw them, I was like, "This has to be Lane Hoover's parents." And he was like, "I'm Denny Hoover," and I'm like, I thought so. So it was cool meeting your parents. I would have sat there and talked longer, but it was raining. I was like, I got to get out of here. But,
yeah, my dad can get to talking. Mom's a little bit more quiet, but honestly, I don't know about that, actually.
Very nice folks, and you're right. They could not deny that Lane wasn't their child.
No doubt.
It's all over them. Julia Hoover says, I love Jake and the dancing. Lane should try it one day when they're winning.
Get the Hoover hips out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know. We'll see, actually. We'll see.
I want to see it before you leave East Carolina. Craig says, Boombastic needs to be your new walk-up song in honor of your dad.
Yeah.
Maybe with your dad rapping the lyrics to Shaggy's Boombastic. Here's a good question from Craig. What's the worst baseball advice you have ever received?
The worst?
Yeah.
Probably elevate and celebrate.
Okay, what does that mean?
Try to get under the ball.
Hoove, enough of the ground balls through the infield.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's start seeing some launch angle. Just take big hacks up there every at bat.
Yeah.
You might find yourself on the bench if you start doing that.
Yep.
All right, so there's the worst advice. Good question, Craig. I'm going to ask that to everybody. I'll ask that to Moylan as well coming up. Oh, man. Guys, I had an old man moment last night that almost made me cry. I thought about it because Josh comes in with the glasses sometimes. So I'm looking. It's a double old man moment. I can't eat pizza or any kind of marinara now without some Tums at the end of the meal. I'm looking at the back. I don't know why. It's sitting up there on the tray in front of me. I'm looking at the back of the Tums, and the small font is blurry. And I'm like, oh, no. My whole life, never wore contacts, never wore glasses. And my wife says, here, put on these readers and see what it looks like. It is crystal clear as day.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, God, my sight's going. Just sometimes you get these old moments. Lane, you need to appreciate your youth, your leaping ability while you have it, because it's not always going to be there, man.
Yep. I hear you.
Bad advice, elevate and celebrate. Good advice, don't take your youth for granted.
Yep. I'm thankful for that while I'm still 22. So.
Yeah, you got a long ways to go.
Yep.
You're doing good. Me, I'm falling apart.
I'm sorry about it, Cliff.
It's all right, man. Thank you. Yep. It's going to be okay. We're all going to get through this together. Yeah. Let's see. More questions from Lane. You can get those in Facebook and YouTube. That stadium looked like crap. Were they batting off doormats? Okay, that's more of a comment than a question there. Let's see. Do you aim away from the big wall tarp in center field because of home runs not getting through there? I don't. That's the question. Right. I don't know. Here's one for you, Lane. Do you face a shift at all?
I honestly, it's probably a couple times I ever faced a shift. Yeah.
I always see, and I know the answer to this, but why doesn't a batter just drop down a bunt or a little dribbler down the left and get on first base? Well, it's easier said than done, right?
Sure is.
But I will say this, that top of the ninth on Saturday, I want to say it went base hit, bunt, infield single, and then Wilcoxon said, enough of this, let's hit a grand slam.
Yep.
But 2 perfectly executed bunts there in that scenario.
Yep. I believe they were in the shift, and Moylan laid down a good drag bunt, and then behind him was Carter Cunningham laid another drag bunt. So, yeah, and then J-Dub got his swing golf. So.
Opposite field. We saw a few opposite field homers. Starling hit one.
Yeah.
Oppo.
Yeah.
As well. Just kind of put the bat out there.
Yeah.
Boom. Ball goes. All right. Let's see. Is Lane down with Skyline? We found out he did not try the Skyline chili. Al says you got those ups from dunking on Ryder Giles. Any truth to that? A couple of short guys going at it.
Yeah. Me and Ryder used to play, indoor basketball because we lived together. So we had our little hoop. So we just tried to dunk on each other, play all the time. So
I think Ryder's doing pretty well at Kentucky. I think they're having a good year. So
yeah,
good for our old friend, Ryder Giles.
Yep.
Let's see. Good question from Jamie. Hoove, in this grind of a season, it probably depends on where you are in the season, but does it feel like it's long or short? How do you feel when you're in the middle of a baseball season?
I think it's, I think it's flown by for me, especially these last 5 years. It's really just a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
You're 5 years deep into your college career, so it's flown by, and I wish it would slow down.
Right.
So yeah, it feels like it is flying by.
Yeah, and coming to an end, so got to take advantage of every game. What do you do as far as game film goes? Do you go over the film, or does Coach Godwin talk with you as a team? What do you do when it comes to watching your ABs and stuff like that?
Yeah, so before the game, we usually have a thing called the hitters meeting, and we have film of the starter, and we just go over what he throws and stuff like that.
So you go over the opposing pitcher. How about after games though? Do you watch your at bats?
Yeah, I would usually before I go to bed at night, go look over my bats and go look over at other guys' at bats and see what they were seeing and help them and constructive criticize myself too. But yeah. Usually after games, I do go look at my bats and see what I can work on, and good or bad.
All right, Atticus says, who is your favorite all-time Hornet?
That's a really, really good question. Man, I was a fan of Kemba Walker. He had a really good career in Charlotte.
Yep.
But that's honestly when I was really into, the Hornets, and obviously I still am, but man,
they're not giving you much of a reason to these days.
Yep, exactly. Kemba Walker was my favorite, just because he was shorter, but he could shoot, he could dribble,
and always. Not only was he a great player, he was always available, and it just seemed like he took it as serious as us fans. Sometimes guys, you don't know if their heart's in it all the way. Like, you didn't have to think about that with Kemba. Like, he wanted to win every single play.
Yeah, exactly. And he was clutch, too.
Yep, Kemba clutch.
Yep.
All right, Chandler, is that your favorite as well? Are you going Big Al? Who's your all-time favorite one?
No, Kimba's mine, but if someone was to say, like, non-Kimba, Al Jefferson.
Big Al?
Yeah. Al Jefferson was so fun to watch in the post.
Yep. Gerald Wallace was good.
I was going to say, are you old enough to, like, the one-man Bobcat team, basically?
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
And he, just like, they called him Crash because he went so dang hard every play that he would injure himself to get a bucket or to take a charge or whatever. So, Gerald, I'm still shocked, like, his numbers not hanging in the rafters or something. I know he's not, like, an NBA top 100 player of all time, but for Charlotte, he's, like, all they had for years.
Okafor, too, back in Bobcat era.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
All right.
I know a little bit.
We're going down the Charlotte. Unfortunately, Lane, you're too young to remember, like, and I know LJ and Zoe, but even Glenn Rice was really good. Back in when he played for Charlotte.
Del
Curry, legend. Muggsy, if you want to go further back.
Yeah.
All right. Todd says, what do you like to do away from baseball? Well, you mentioned fishing. You're also an avid sports fan, watcher. So what other things do you like?
I do like to play PlayStation.
What are your games?
Fortnite and The Show. I like to play baseball.
MLB The Show is awesome. I haven't played, I think, the last 2 years, but man, I was addicted to that during COVID. We were in an online league.
And I love Netflix as well. Watching the Night Agent right now.
Okay, yeah, I watched that.
Yeah,
pretty wild. Any other recommendations?
Not right now.
All right. I started The Diplomat this weekend.
Okay.
And
yeah.
No, I haven't got through the first whole episode yet, so I'm going to give it a shot.
There you go.
But start out a little slow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie, this is not a good question. Do you think Jordan, as an owner, has helped or hurt the Hornets?
Well, I'm an MJ fan. I don't know if he's, the best owner.
There's only one answer to this, Lane. It hasn't worked out, whether you're a fan or not.
Yeah. I was gonna beat around the bush.
Yeah.
I guess let's just face it.
Facts are the facts. Good question from Craig. This is a good old man question. Do you guys still play Pepper?
Yep.
All right.
I played the other day in Cincy, Friday morning.
Good question. Yep. Good to hear Pepper is still alive from the old days. Mm-hmm. All right. Julia, Miss Hoover says, ask what happened to the glove yesterday. I think, is that what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that's
the first baseman's glove?
Yeah, where it got stuck in the glove.
Lane got him I think he should have to give you that glove, the busted glove, for you to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
You busted another man's glove.
Yeah. Actually, Ryan Nicholson, I get against him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
While at Cincinnati. So I do talk to him some, and, he's a good competitor. He can hit the ball well. So he's actually, kind of friends.
Good. Ask him if you can have that glove when he's done with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's still functional after Lane's exit velocity got a hold of it. All right. Robert says, any after lingering effects from the Georgia Southern face crush? Well, that's a great question, Robert.
Yeah. Not really. I do at times get lockjaw where my jaw gets stuck sometimes, but it's easy. It's easy. Like you just pop it a little bit. And I think it's called I want to say TMJ, where your jaw cracks a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna call it TMI because right now I am
a
little queasy on that.
Yeah. No, that's really about it. I still got all that metal in my face, and it's going to be in there forever. But
so I had jury duty a couple weeks ago. You have to walk through a metal detector. If you walk through one,
well, I have titanium in my face and my collarbone, so I honestly don't catch it. So
you're like a superhero. Do you have any powers?
I guess I can jump a little bit.
You have the power of the leaping ability. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. But as far as like negative effects or whatever, well, the lockjaw is one thing, but no pain or anything like that.
Nah, everything's good. Yeah.
You are a warrior, Lane Hoover. You've been through it. And hey, been able to be healthy this year.
Yep.
That's good, right?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Brody says yawning's got to be terrifying.
Yep.
Good point, Brody.
There's times where I yawn where my
jaw
just crack. But it don't hurt me at all. It's just the way, when they gave me that surgery, it's just the way it goes when you got, metal in your face.
Jack and the Boys on YouTube says Hoover. Man, I love the when Lane gets a big hit, drives in a run or something, and the crowd gets the Hoove chant going.
Yeah.
You got to love it too, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It does give me chills at times.
That's awesome.
I'm very thankful for Pirate Nation.
A fan favorite, and always will be, Lane Hoover. All right, let's see. I thought I saw something else. Oh, Jamie says one of your superpowers is hitting ground outs, but being safe at first.
Yep. I guess that's could be a superpower, I guess. Just top it in the ground and put your head down and run.
All right. Eric says, which one is worse, Adam Morrison or Kwame Brown? Wow. Way to go. Man,
well,
the Hornets didn't draft Kwame, so that's not on us. That's a Washington Wizards problem. Yeah. Oh, but it is an MJ problem. Now, okay, I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer for that?
No, Nah, I ain't gonna comment really.
Okay.
Adam Morrison could be 3 feet from the basket and airball it.
Had a great college career though.
No, he did. Fantastic.
All right, now people are talking about these guys. Eric says at least Morrison had a shot at being Larry Bird light. His name should never be in the same sentence with Larry Bird. Brody says Morrison looked like an 80s serial killer. All right, good stuff, guys. Thank you. Ashley asks, who is Lane's favorite fan in the jungle? Boy, you could get in trouble for this one.
Yeah,
you might want to be careful with this question.
Man, I don't.
You want to pass?
Yeah, I'm a pass.
You can't ask that.
I love the little kids in the jungle.
All right.
But the adults are really fun as well.
On that note, can you think of a funny line? What is the funniest thing Hoove has heard from the jungle?
I'm going to think a little bit on that one.
Now, do our own fans have short jokes for you, or is that just for the road?
I was just about to say that. Yeah, there's some short jokes, but they're it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
You can't think of a specific one?
No, not really.
All right.
To be honest.
What do you think about the MLB rules? Brody asking. Pitch clock. I'll tell you this, man. The games are flying by. I watched Orioles and Braves on Saturday, and I heard somebody make this comment. It was our guest that we had on from Peacock, MLB on Peacock. But you kind of start browsing at your phone, or you go in the other room, grab a snack, go talk to the wife and daughter for a second, and you come back. Instead of like 2 batters like in the old days being gone, now like 2 innings are gone. Like, it is flying. So what do you think? Have you been able to watch a lot of MLB, and if so, what do you think about the new rules?
I think the pitch clock has helped out. I do. I don't mind it at all, and it's became in the college level too, where you have 20 seconds to pitch the ball after every pitch or whatever. But no, I like it.
Hadn't affected you much as a hitter?
No.
Okay.
Because I have the same routine no matter what. So yeah, it don't really affect me. So yeah, I don't mind it.
All right, Lane Hoover joining us with the Q&A. Ashley, by the way, says that was a question from Ashley. It was a mom of one of the kids in the jungle, so she was glad to hear you say.
Yep.
You like the great answer, Lane.
There you go.
Another one of his superpowers. Gets a tough question, but always has the right answer. All right, Lane, good luck this week, man. You get what do you guys have planned for Tuesday?
Tomorrow, yeah, we're going to get a good practice in, and we're going to be ready to go after that for ODU.
Good deal. And we'll see you home this weekend. And a good gift for the Mother's Day. And the mother in your life will be a win on Sunday, Lane.
Yep,
so
that's right.
Think about all the moms while you're out there.
Yep.
Dropping bombs and robbing home runs on Sunday.
Hey, Clip, before we send Lane on his way, we put up a poll as to what Lane's dance moves should be called.
Oh, what's this on Twitter?
Actually, it's across all platforms, but as of Twitter right now, we have 28 votes for our 28 total votes, and in the lead is Hoover Maneuver.
The Hoover Maneuver.
The Hoover Maneuver.
So the hips are rolling.
Mm-hmm.
You should get some titanium put in your hips, just so you could say you have titanium hips as well.
That's right. Why not?
Good question from Mike as we wrap it up here. No more school, right?
Exactly.
So that's off your plate now. Mm-hmm. So what's a day without having to worry about that like for you?
You can really just focus on baseball and relax. Yeah. So, just enjoy the time and the college life.
And also, one more question. What is your plan for life after baseball? What do you want to do?
Yep. It's still up in the air. So we'll see. I thought about wanting to do something outdoors, like, be a lineman or something. But, there's opportunities. I've got maybe an opportunity to be a tech consultant. So, still unsure. Yeah, I'm just going to focus on, baseball right now. Because,
good idea.
thankful that I can play it. So,
and a lot of games left, and a lot of important games left on the schedule for East Carolina. Lane, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yep. Thanks, Clip.
When we return, we will talk to a former Pirate on the Delcor Players Lounge. Isaiah Winstead signed a deal with the San Francisco 49ers. We'll ask him where he was when he got the call and what's next for Zay when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with back seat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Ron Ayers Motorsports and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today on approved credit. See dealer for details.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Visit your U.S. Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Bellhaven, and Greenville.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the Old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Pirate Radio.
Join the crew.
What are those things that go bang? Abandon ship!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, a lot of great questions for Lane Hoover from our Facebook and YouTube audience. We'll have Josh Moylan in coming up in about 15 minutes or so. If you want to get some more questions in for Moylan, you can do so right now. Play an interview that I had with Isaiah Winstead on Saturday. Was able to come in and knock this interview out with Isaiah, who signed with the San Francisco 49ers last week. And let's hear that right now. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, former ECU wide receiver, signed a deal with the San Francisco 49ers. He is Isaiah Winstead, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Isaiah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Congrats, and let's talk about the timeline of events here that led to you signing with the 49ers, getting a rookie free agent deal. So, Isaiah, I guess first, let's go back to last week, and the draft is wrapping up on Saturday. Are you hearing from any teams at that point? What's going on as the draft's wrapping up, and you got some of your teammates signing deals? How about you? What was happening on that last Saturday?
I wasn't really getting any phone calls or any texts when the draft was over with. So, like, during the 7th round, usually, because everybody don't got a pick in the 7th round, so usually they'll be calling and telling you, like, they want to offer you a deal or whatever, and I won't hear from anybody. So
I was surprised at that. I know Pirate fans, everybody was pretty surprised at that. How about yourself? And I will say I did text you over the weekend and just kind of said, keep grinding. And you had a great response. You said, hey, it all happens for a reason. It's going to happen. And so you certainly kept your head up, but you had to be pretty surprised not to get a call, right?
Yeah, I definitely was surprised. I thought I was going to get drafted. I thought I was gonna get drafted late round, but it ain't go that way. It went how it was supposed to. Like I told you, God don't make no mistakes, man. So I was definitely surprised. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was surprised, but I got an opportunity now. So.
Yep, you do. And before you got that opportunity, you put up a video on social media, and this was on April 30th, which would have been on Sunday. So you put that video up of you just roasting guys in practice, making plays, doing all that, and I saw it hit a retweet, and then just about the whole world saw it. A lot of retweets, a lot of views, and it ends up on SportsCenter. How did it? Did you see that coming, Isaiah? How shocked were you when it ended up, making kind of national news?
No, I didn't. On Sunday, like I didn't just put that video together. That video been there. It's old. Like I had that together since probably like the couple months after the season, like a month or two after the season. Like this is way before even pro day. So I was just going through my phone and I just posted it. I don't know what made me post it. I just posted it and it ended up going viral. And so the next day it was at like 1.5 million in one day.
Yeah.
So SportsCenter had sent my tweet to my Instagram and was like, "Can we post it?" and all that. So like, I'm like, of course, like you can post it. And after that, it was over with. After that, it's viral everywhere.
4.7 million views at last check. Isaiah Winstead joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. So Isaiah, Wednesday night we're out at Sports Trivia and watching the Hurricanes, watching a little ECU baseball, and then we see the tweet where you post that you had signed with the 49ers, got a graphic and everything, and man, it was awesome. The kind of announced it on the microphone there at AJ McMurphy's, and the room got hype, and I know you were. So what did that? Where were you when you got that call? What was that moment like for you?
I was talking to my agent when I got the call, and the 49ers was calling him back because they had offered like a rookie minicamp invite, but my agent was like, "Nah, we're going to." So I had a couple invites by now, and then my agent was like, "Nah, we're going to Atlanta. You know, the only way for them to come there is if you sign them." So they called back eventually, and, you know, they was like Isaiah 49er. So I actually got signed before I had posted it like a day before. But I just waited until the next day to post it. And,
okay.
And when the 49ers had posted it on their page, on their Twitter page, so it was exciting though. You know, I ain't made it yet. You know, I haven't
done
anything yet. You know, I still got to go make the team, but it definitely took a lot of weight off my shoulders. You know, from rookie minicamp invite and signing is two different things. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's definitely a blessing. You know.
Man, that's awesome, Isaiah. We're all happy for you. So what's next for you? When do you head out there and get going with the camp?
I go the next weekend. I think the 11th. Rookie minicamp is 3 days, so the 12th, 13th, and 14th, and then we start OTAs, and then I think we get a little break sometime in June.
Yeah, I like the mindset. I know some guys that have gotten that mini camp invite, or even, you know, signed a free agent deal with a team, and they got their jerseys on, and like they feel like it's the end of the road. I knew even before I talked to you wouldn't feel that way. Your goal is to play and make plays on Sunday. So in one way, you got there, you got your foot in the door, but in another way, you still got a road to go, right? Like this is not the end of the story.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you just gotta. I just stay humble with it. You know, like I didn't went viral and all that stuff, but you know, the same way you got it is the same way you can lose it. You can lose it just like that. You know, so you gotta just stay humble, man. Like, you know, I ain't did nothing yet. I gotta go out there, earn me a spot, special things. You know, it's a deep room. They got a lot of receivers, so I really gotta go out there and make plays and do what I do. So
Isaiah, I saw you got a quote tweet from Dez Bryant. How do you know Dez? What was that? What was that about?
So he had followed me when he had liked my tweet and followed me when I went viral, and you know, I had DM'd him, and you know, we was talking there, and after I had posted that I had got signed, he had quote tweeted it. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Isaiah, you put together that tape. We saw what you did at East Carolina, but some of these teams, you know, they look at what you did on Pro Day or in these drills, and I guess one knock on you would be what, the 40 time? Like, is that what you think kept you away from getting drafted, from getting this deal earlier? I mean, what else? I can't really think of any negatives. I always say you're like the hardest working guy. Nobody's going to take it more serious, so there's got to be some blemish. Is that what teams say it is, I guess?
I guess. I don't really, you know, I see all that, you know, in the comments sometimes on the NFL page and Sports Center, all that, but I know what I ran. I know I passed on, and I know what I was testing at laser when we was training in Florida, you know. The same way everybody else had their same exact times when they went to the combine and when they was training, is the same way I know I had my time. I don't go from 4.5 laser. I was running 4.5 laser. You don't go from 4.5 laser to 4.7 hand time in 1 week. So I ain't really tripping about that. And I play fast. I know I play fast on the field. So, you know, I ain't let that get me down or nothing. So I really don't know why the scouts, you know, didn't want to take a shot. But, you know, like I said, God made no mistakes. So I'm here now. It played out how it played out.
Yes, sir. And where are you at right now, Isaiah? And where are you going to be until you head out to San Fran?
I'm in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I guess the work never stops. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time. What do you got planned? We're recording this on Saturday, by the way, and the last time we talked to you was also on a Saturday. So Isaiah is, hey, during the work week, don't bother him. He's working. He's working at his craft. So what's the Saturday like for you? What you up to today?
I just got back from a workout. That's why I had told you 12:30, and then I got I'm going to the field. It was like a little speed sprint workout and stuff like that, and I'm going to the field at 4. So after that, and then in the playbook, that's every day, all day. So
have they sent you a playbook or things you need to kind of have ready for when you get to San Francisco?
Yeah, they sent me like an iPad that come with all the players, formations and stuff like that. So I just didn't know. I can't go to, I can't afford to go to camp not knowing that stuff, especially I ain't get drafted.
Right. Yeah, you got to be ready to go. How different is it from what you were doing at ECU and Toledo and other stops, the plays and everything?
I mean, it's not too different. It's just different. It's just worded different,
right?
And stuff like that. And it's a lot more. It's a lot more formations and stuff. And the plays are a little bit longer.
Yeah. And they, I just speaking overall, I'm a Kyle Shanahan fan, former assistant in Washington, and whether it's been RG3 or Matt Ryan or last year Brock Purdy, that offense goes. It goes by the running game and it goes by great receivers, of course, with Debo, Brandon Ayuk. But I would imagine Kyle Shanahan's got some pretty extensive plays in the arsenal. He's known as one of the best offensive coaches in the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. They got some good plays and some good routes. Some routes that people wouldn't think is routes. They got a lot of stuff in there.
Isaiah Winstead joining us. Isaiah, we're excited too, man. We're pulling for you. I was really happy to see that on Wednesday night when I saw it on social media, and a lot of high fives and stuff. So yeah, we're rooting for you, man. But it, not the end of the road. Still can't wait. One day I want to draft you in my fantasy league. That's my goal. Your goal is to make it. My goal is to draft you in fantasy. Is that all right?
Definitely.
Hey, look, keep up the good work, Isaiah. We'll keep in touch with you. We'll let you get back to work, man. But thanks for joining us today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Isaiah Winstead joining us on the Pirate Radio live line. San Francisco 49ers signee. And like you said, not the end of the road. Next goal, make the team and play on Sundays. Let's take a time out. When we return, back inside the Delcor Players Lounge with Josh Moylan, Pirates coming off a sweep in Cincinnati. Get your questions in for Moylan. We got that coming up, hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Dance.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rose, the Chan Man, Clip Rock here, and we are joined by Pirate first baseman Josh Moylan on the Delcor Players Lounge. Call 321-8868 or go to delcorinc.com if you have issues with your heating, plumbing, or cooling needs. And everybody get their AC right this time of year. The heat is coming. So call Delcor, and the service professionals will get you taken care of. Josh, congratulations. Great weekend. Pirates get the sweep over Cincinnati. Good to see you again. And Lane told us that had some good travels this time, unlike Wichita. So that's good too, right?
Oh, yeah, much better than last time. I mean, last time we got stuck having to drive a bus for, I think it was 7 hours, which was miserable, and no water on the bus or anything. You're just sitting there sweating. But, yeah, much smoother this time.
All right, Jamie has a question. So first thing I noticed when you walked in, I said, hey, cool worm shirt, Dennis Rodman. Jamie said, is that a Ray Charles shirt? And I got to ask you, Jamie, are you Ray Charles? How do you not see Dennis Rodman there? It's the worm. Where'd you get that shirt from?
I saw it online the other day, and I was like, hey, might as well get it. I thought the colors were cool, and I love Dennis Rodman, and all the guys on the team know. I read his book. I've got another shirt, actually, a white shirt, and then, I'm a big Dennis Rodman guy.
Do you have any tattoos, Josh?
I do, but they're in spots nobody can really see. Got one on my chest and back of my shoulder.
All right, interesting. Okay, there you go. Jamie's got a ton of questions. If you folks have questions, you can get them in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and we will pass those along. Josh, looking at the stats, you were the team leader in triples last year. You are one down now to both Alec Makarevich and Luke Nowak, and you guys went crazy with the triples in Cincinnati. You had one of your own this weekend.
Yeah, and honestly, it might not be the fastest guy. Luke, I think, is the fastest guy on the team, but I've said this before. You hit it in the right spot, it'll work out. But yeah, kudos to those guys. AMAC, I didn't know had that many. It's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, 3 for him to go along with his 7 home runs. Josh on the year has tied for the team lead in dingers with 9 with Jacob Jenkins Coward, and has 2 triples on the year. And when you hit a triple, Josh, you hit a triple out of the box, you got to get going immediately. You can hit a double and maybe not get going right out of the box, but you got to be huffing the whole way, right?
Oh, yeah, and honestly, I didn't know if he was going to catch it. Center fielder started going back. I'm like, oh, man, here we go. And then I saw it bang off the wall. I was like, I got a shot at this thing. And Coach P's yelling at me around the first. He's like, get on 3. And I'm like, oh, well, might as well. I started going, and I was safe. Slid in their head first, and yep, there's a triple for me.
And you were hitting it well, and it doesn't always show up that you're hitting it well, right? You had some bad luck early in that series.
Yeah, it's tough. I did just about everything I could, just put a good swing on it, and they happened to make a couple plays on it. But that's part of the game. It'll even itself out. You'll have a couple bleeders fall in here and there, but you hit a ball hard. The rest is up to the game, and those were caught.
Josh Moylan joining us. Pirates get the sweep, and an interesting sweep it was, as East Carolina picks up the extra innings win on Sunday, a 9-3 win on Friday. That Saturday game, you guys were able to get the lead, got some good pitching, and we're somewhat cruising, but it was not out of reach or anything. And then in the 9th inning, you get base hit, and then I think you come up and you see where the defense is, drop down a beautiful bunt, get on first. Josh, was that a call from Cliff, or did you see something there and do that on your own?
Yeah, Coach Palumbo and I had talked about it a little earlier in the game, and right before that at bat, he was like, if they move all over, we might as well take it. It's right there. And then I got in the box, and the coach didn't give it on the card. Sometimes it will, but I got in the box, and I was like, all right, it seems like a good chance. So I just dropped down, and luckily there wasn't anybody there. Just made it the first.
Yeah, and it's easy. Why not do that every time? Well, easier said than done, right? You got to be facing a certain kind of pitcher, a certain kind of pitch, but everything worked out for you there. But not always easy to get that bunt down, right?
Yeah, it's tough. I think I have it a little bit easier than guys like Hoover or Nowak, who they expect to kind of be there, and they're playing defense according to it. But, for me, it's tough sometimes, especially because they like to work me in for that shift, and it's tough to get that drag over there when they're working in a lot. But saw the right guy on the mound, got the right pitch, and the rest took care of itself.
Carter Cunningham liked it so much, he did it himself. And then it went infield single, and then it went blast by Wilcoxon to really separate yourselves there.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's always cool being on base for home runs, because especially when you know off the bat, you can kind of take your time. But being on third, he hit that ball, and I went back to tag. Coach is yelling at me, come on, tag. And then I see it leave. I'm like, oh, man, that was pretty sweet. And then, sitting there waiting for J-Dub at home. But that was a great swing, and kind of put the game away at that point.
Josh Moylan joining us. Wind was a factor for you guys here at home against North Carolina. And I can't, the plays and games kind of run together, Josh. There was a play, and I don't remember if it was Friday or Wednesday. You can tell me because you were involved, where you end up catching a ball kind of behind you, over your head. AMAX all the way on your side of the field. What game was that?
That was the Friday game, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So was that a win deal? Just what happened on that one?
That one was not a win deal. That was the ball got up in the air, and AMAC, I guess, we talked about it after. He thought he was behind the mound, and I was like, well, man, you were kind of over by first base. And then we laugh about it now because I called it. Obviously, it would be a little different if it fell in, but yeah, I think everybody at the same time was kind of like, what's going on out there? But yeah, AMAC and I had a good laugh about that one.
So was he calling you off like that's my ball? Who was talking on that play?
I started calling it to begin with, and then I heard him start calling it, and I'm like, well, I don't think he'll come over here. And then last second, I hear him go, take it, and then I catch it and look, and he's like right next to me. I'm like, oh man, that was a close call. I thought he was gonna run into me.
Made the play. That's all that matters. And Josh, you've played a good first base this year. Fielding ground balls. I always talk to the pitchers about the play where they're covering the bag, and you guys, I can tell y'all work on it a lot because you make that look easy. But another part of fielding your position is pickoff throws. And I'll say this, as a first baseman played in Babe Ruth, I hated that. I never knew where that ball was going to go, and the pitcher threw it over. I think was the Landon Ginn got a guy this week.
Yeah.
So how about that part of the game? Sometimes those pitchers will throw it wild. Sometimes they'll set you up perfect, but just another part of playing defense, right?
Yeah, I mean, some guys it's a little tougher than others. You got a guy like Trey or Groves that can run the fastball up there, and they usually run it up there throwing over to first. So sometimes it gets a little tough with those guys, but the way we set up now, where I'm kind of turned the other way instead of a traditional setup at first, makes it a little easier to handle the pickoff throws. And honestly, I like it. I mean, if we can steal an out with a pickoff, why not? So, kudos to Landon. Pretty good move there. We got the guy, and they went to review. He's still out, so that's a pretty big turn right there.
Another defensive play over at first, fielding the long hop, fielding the short hop. Jamie had a question about hops. As far as turf versus grass, do you notice that? And does the ball come in any differently on a hop situation there?
Oh, yeah. Well, especially Cincinnati's turf, it's real bouncy. So anything really, once it hits, it's kind of shooting up. And the one AMAC threw to me that I picked, that one, like at our field, I believe that one kind of stays down. But once it hit there, it shot up on me, and I just did what I could, threw the glove up, and it ended up working out. But, yeah, it's definitely a pretty big difference from traditional to a turf field.
Now, you guys take infield, things like that. Do you work on, do you get specifically bad throws on purpose to help you with hops and things like that?
Yeah, so during BP every day and during practice, we'll work on that with one of the coaches, whether it's Coach Palumbo or Heath Blackman. He'll come over there, and they'll be throwing picks to us and just kind of balls all over the place when we get there Thursday night in practice and before games during BP. So we work on it a good amount.
All right. If you have a question, you can get it in for Josh Moylan as he joins us here on the Delcor Players Lounge. Jamie was also asking about the purple logo on the hat. If that is Young's.
Oh, correct? Yeah. This is Young's Physical Therapy. He's been helping us out in our training room and all. So gave us a couple hats the other day, and I like it, so I figured I'd wear it around.
Groves wore a cool one last time he was here. Austin Knight wore it earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. Some cool gear there. And speaking of Coach Knight, another pitcher of the week for East Carolina, fourth different pitcher to win pitcher of the week. And Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, he was not going to let you guys lose on Sunday. Allowed the comeback to happen and then eventually the win to happen in extra innings. But, man, he was awesome in 5 innings of work.
Yeah, I mean, I think all our pitchers pretty much the whole year have been awesome. And then Shank the other day, I mean, he was just dominant. He's throwing whatever he wanted and whatever count. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty special to have that many guys winning pitcher of the week. I mean, it's a shout-out to the staff and the pitching staff and the coaching staff, just doing a great job and getting after it every day.
5 innings and 40 pitches, Josh, and it was all 3 up, 3 down. So you guys are not spending a lot of time on the field, getting back in the dugout, kind of staying off your feet, and that matters, right? That's a big deal.
Oh, it's huge. Anytime we can be spending more time hitting than in the field, it's huge, and it just saps the energy from the other team when they have to sit in the field while we're hitting. So, I mean, those guys have been doing a great job while you're getting us off the field and letting the offense work.
All right, Mike P. Josh is not as old as we are, so I don't know if he'll know this. Do you know what Hollywood Hogan called Rodman when he was in the NWO?
I don't know what he called him, but I do know Hulk Hogan, and I'm actually a pretty decent wrestling fan. I've watched it a good amount, so I'm usually pretty good about this, but I don't know.
I believe, Mike, was that Rodzilla? Is that what you're looking for? I do remember when Dennis Rodman skipped Bulls practice in the finals to go to WCW Nitro. So that's the kind of guy. Did he talk about that in his book? His wrestling days?
Yeah, he talked about kind of all the crazy stuff he'd do, but I'm pretty sure that was mentioned in there.
All right, good stuff. If you have any other questions, wrestling or non-related, you can get those in to Josh Moylan. I didn't get to ask this one to Lane, so I'll ask you, Josh, from Kenny. Beach or river? Which one are you choosing?
I'm a beach guy, and back home, family vacations, usually always the beach, so I'd have to go with the beach there.
All right. I think you answered this, the number 66. Why do you wear that number?
When I switched travel teams when I was young, I used to be number 6, and that's what I'd always worn, and then switched teams, started wearing 66, and then Yasiel Puig started blowing up, so it was kind of part of it too, but yeah, just liked the number and stuck with it since.
All right. Kenny says, how much has the NCAA rule changes affected the team's ability to celebrate, show emotion during the game? So what are you guys doing now in that little room of yours?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a pretty good way of still getting everybody involved. Like before, we had the birdhouse, but we can't do that anymore, or else somebody's getting thrown out of a game. So we're doing a pretty good job with the party room. I like it. I think it's pretty special. You get to run off the field, toss one of the pitchers your helmet, and get in that room and start jumping around with everybody. But I think it's pretty cool.
All right, interesting question from Robert. What ECU baseball facility upgrade would you like to see most?
Well, I think for a while the biggest one was the weight room, because we had to split it with football, soccer, kind of everybody's using the same one, and then we got that right next to the field. We got a new weight room, and that place has been awesome. But honestly, I think the expansion they're planning on doing, the kind of like party deck, I don't know if that's what it is, and offices for the coaches, I think that'll be really cool. I think that's a cool expansion and an easier way for us to get even more people into games.
All right, good question, Robert, and a good answer from Josh Moylan joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Can you hang out one more segment?
Sure can.
All right, get your questions in. More with Josh Moylan. I got to ask you about your uncle and his attire that he wears to games. Got a little notoriety on social media a couple weeks ago, and we'll talk about the upcoming week and where the Pirates sit when we return. Pirate Radio Live, Delcor Players Lounge Edition. We'll also make you a winner when we return. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the number one selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov. Celebrating a special grad but no time to cook? Why not let Jimmy John's cater your graduation party? Enjoy Jimmy John's famous mini Jimmys in 12, 18, or 30-piece party packs made to order with fresh-baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and local veggies, and delivered right to you. Whether you have a few guests or a few hundred, Jimmy John's will make your graduation gathering an A-plus event. Jimmy John's, open 7 days a week in Greenville and Wilson. Order now on the Jimmy John's app or online at jimmyjohns.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, Where the pirates fly. Are you one of the estimated 17 million people in the U.S. suffering from dry eye disorders that are not resolved using over-the-counter or prescription eye drops? Ask ArcPoint Labs about Serum Tears, a natural dry eye solution. At ArcPoint Labs, Serum Tears are tailor-made for you, from a quick blood draw, providing a sterile and natural option to help those with dry eye conditions. Contact your ophthalmologist or optometrist for a prescription, or contact ArcPoint Labs to help you find one. Visit ArcPoint Labs' new location on Dixon Avenue near the intersection of Arlington Boulevard, or schedule online at arcpointlabs.com.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Delcor Players Lounge edition of the program. Joining us now, Josh Moylan, Pirate first baseman. East Carolina coming off a sweep of Cincinnati, and that's a season sweep, 6 in a row. Josh, they've been good against everybody in the league other than East Carolina, and you got their number for whatever reason, but they can swing it.
Yeah, I mean, all year they've been swinging the bats well, and even against us, they've honestly swung them pretty well. A couple big home runs here and there, but our offense, every time we played them, has been blowing up and putting up a lot of runs. So, I mean, we talk about it during our team meetings when we play them, is they're never really out of a game because they get a guy on with a walk and it could be a 2-run homer. So, you know, they're a good team, but yeah, we always tend to play pretty well against them.
All right, so you were planning on playing a game on Tuesday. That game got moved to Wednesday, so Hoover said you'll get a practice in on Tuesday, and then for a 3 o'clock first pitch in Norfolk, is that a bus ride for you guys?
Yeah, we'll be leaving in the morning. I don't think it's that bad of a bus ride. I think it's like 2.5, 2:45. Yeah. It'll take us to get there, so not too bad. But yeah, it'll be good to get another day of practice and kind of recovery after a long weekend.
Are your Maryland peeps going to be able to meet you halfway, you think, for that one?
I don't know if anybody's coming to that one for me, but wouldn't be surprised.
A couple of weeks ago, last homestand, I ran into a big Moylan crowd after the game. I talked to your dad. Your uncle got some notoriety on social media. I believe he had a cut-off Moylan jersey with the red, white, and blue bandana, and it's quite a look. And he was actually, I don't know who, it was like doing an interview after the game, and your dad said, yeah, he's a glory hog. He likes all the attention. But you had a huge Moylan section, including your uncle at the game. Tell us about your uncle, first of all.
Yeah, my uncle, he likes to, put the flashy kind of style on, and he's, I always tell him he's the only person I would let cut the sleeves off a baseball jersey. But, yeah, he likes to do it, and he'll rock it to every game. He was in Houston wearing it too, and, yeah, I think he got it off some, one of those Chinese, jersey websites, and he got it for $15, so not a bad deal there. But, yeah, my uncle, no shame wearing whatever he wants.
And you had a pretty big cheering section that game. Had a lot of folks there. Who all was there watching you?
Yeah, I think both sets of my grandparents were there. My dad, a couple of his buddies, and my dad's travel head coach, kind of when he was growing up, was there. So he coached my dad, and then he actually had the chance to coach me growing up at some kind of special tournament thing they did. So I thought it was pretty cool. He coached my dad, coached me, and now he's able to come here and see what Greenville's all about. But yeah, good support staff there for me.
Jenny,
2 weekends ago.
Yeah, Jenny says the Moylan crew is fun. Met them at the regionals. They are fun. Robert said, I saw that guy. I thought he was the karate instructor on Napoleon Dynamite. I hadn't seen that movie in a while. I don't get that reference, so I need to watch that.
Rex Kwon Do. That's what he's referring to.
Jamie says, can your crazy uncle actually play baseball?
My uncle did used to play for a while. He was actually a catcher, but Yeah, obviously I don't think he can play anymore, but he does still have some college eligibility. So, Coach, if you're hearing this, maybe give him a shot.
How about your dad? How far did he go with baseball?
He played at UMBC. He played there 4 years, I believe. So
awesome.
He played some college baseball.
He was a retriever?
Yes, he was.
All right. Haley asking, Hallie or Haley? There's two L's. Could be either. Josh, I know all about your shoe game. What's your favorite pair to wear?
My uncle, actually the same uncle who wears the cutoff jersey, likes to hook me up with some shoes every once in a while, and he got me this pair of Jordan 11s, the low top ones. I actually wore them on media day. They're all white with gold all around. I think it's my favorite pair of shoes to wear around.
How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Oh, man. At school, probably 20-something pairs sitting in there, and then back home even more. But I like my shoes.
You got New Balances today.
Yeah,
You've
my uncle got me these too.
Coming here in Crocs before. Whatever the occasion calls for. You're ready to go.
Pretty much.
All right, Josh Moylan joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. ODU coming up, and then back home this weekend for Memphis. Got Campbell and then South Florida, and that's it. So you guys are playing out the string here. Josh, you went on that long winning streak last year at the end of the year. You're on a 3-game winning streak here. So, I don't know, any similar feelings? Try to close out strong here in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, this season as a whole has been a lot better. Even though we had the long streak last year, it was a lot of ups and downs. But this year, I feel like we've been very consistent. I mean, I think we had, a 4-game skid there for a while and then just came back right out, and we're starting another win streak up. So, I think everybody's ready to rock and roll, make this kind of postseason push and see if we can't host a regional and super regional again.
And you can only play one at a time, obviously. And are you aware you're a half game behind Houston? One of your goals is to win that regular season, so need to play one better than them the rest of the year. But the only way you can do that is you focus on the game at hand, right? So, but that is a goal for you guys, right? Winning that regular season.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's always a goal. You don't want to give anybody else the chance to win the conference, and we had some losses here and there that kind of put us in a tough spot where we need to have some people do this or that, and it's not completely in our hands. But if we just go out and take care of business, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
All right, you got a question? Josh will join us a few more minutes here in the studio. Atticus asked Hoove his favorite Hornet of all time. I'm going to ask you your favorite Oriole and Raven of all time. So let's start with the O's. Who's your favorite?
I mean, I know it's covering my basement, so I got to say Cal Ripken, but I never got to see him play. But I love Manny Machado while he was an Oriole, and I was sad to see him go. But Manny will always be an Oriole in my heart.
All right, and how about Ravens?
Oh, I got to go Ray Lewis. He's the man. I mean, I only got to really see him late in his career, but even then, he still won a Super Bowl, and he was still nobody wanted to cross the middle of the field when Ray was playing out there. So I got to go Ray Lewis on that.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Like Ed Reed could be a call. Like you guys just had so many great players in that era during that time. All right, let's see. Let me find some other questions here that was asked earlier. We had already talked about music a lot with Josh, but somebody did ask. Well, we'll do that. If you're on a road trip up to Maryland, what's the first song you're playing when you get on the highway to get going?
Oh man, probably was it "Home Sweet Home" by who is that? I was listening.
I'm on my way. Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's only fitting for a road
that
trip
would be
back
Motley
home.
Crue, by the way.
Motley Crue.
There you go.
Thank you, Shirley, our music
I like
expert.
that song a lot, so that's usually the start of my 6-hour playlist I have for getting back home.
Did you play lacrosse at all?
No, we sorry if you play lacrosse, this might offend you, but back home, my dad's joke was always you played lacrosse when you got cut from baseball. So that was kind of always our thing. So no, I never played lacrosse.
All right, sticking with the baseball. Did you always play first? What other position? Oh wait, did you get in at third? Since we last talked?
I did.
I forgot about that.
Tulane, which is funny. The first time I played third in college was against them last year, and then did it again this year.
Doing the Freddie Freeman, going over to third a little bit. How was that for you?
I liked it.
Did you get a ball?
No, I didn't. But ground balls in between innings, trying to show the arm off a little bit. But growing up, I played a lot of third base, so it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's always pretty cool to get over there in a college game.
Were you using a glove you have or somebody else's glove?
Yeah, during the glove order this offseason, they had one on the sheet for me at third base, and I was like, well, I'd kind of rather just get 2 first basemen. I don't know how much I'm going to play over there, and then sure enough, I ended up having to use it in a game, but good thing I've been breaking it in most of the season, so it was ready to go.
So what was that? Was that, have you been requesting that, or was that hey, Moylan, get to third, and you're like, what, really? Me? What was it like for you?
I mean, I was amazed when I saw the sheet on the glove thing because I was totally caught off guard. I was like, oh, sweet. But, I'd taken some ground balls there before, and, Coach G and Coach P want me taking them there, once a week during some BPs. So it's nothing too new, but once you get in there in a game, you're like, all right, man, like we've been working on this, time to go.
All right. Sometimes I regret asking y'all to ask questions. Eric says, speaking of the worm, who does Josh think Rodman's hottest girlfriend was that he had over the years? So, I guess you got Carmen Electra. Was he with Madonna? I don't remember who all he was with.
I don't know. I mean, he's had some good ones, but I honestly I think Carmen Electra's a pretty good one. I think he was always crazy, and I think they kind of match each other there. So I'd probably go with her.
Yeah, in the crazy department. What's Moylan's favorite Air Jordan silhouette? I didn't know there were. So what does that mean?
Like the base of the shoe model.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably go. I like the 11s a lot, but the ones are always cool. Just the throwback first one. But I do like the Jordan 11s.
I don't even know what all. So what? How many? So is that what you own? Those?
No, they're hold on.
Let me find some images. Yeah. So how many pairs of Jordans do you have? Because I only have one. I'm trying to find.
I want to say I have like 10 pairs. Got a pair of 6s, pair of 5s, 1s. But yeah,
okay, I had 9s.
On the right side of that picture, those ones I have.
Okay.
And then I have, if you go up, I have to the left, I have those ones as well.
6s. All right, there you go.
Yeah, got me some pretty cool Jordans.
Josh's Jordans. Good stuff. All right, let's see. Do you have to go to the equipment sale to keep your equipment? So what ECU baseball gear will you get to keep when you're done with ECU baseball?
I mean, I think pretty much all of it except for the helmet, bat, and I think it's pretty much just about it because all the rest of the stuff's really mine. So I think I'll get to keep a good amount of it.
So our chain man has a bat that has number 8 on it that he claims is a Turner Brown game used bat. Or maybe, is it game used? Does it look like it's worn?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely worn when I got it at an equipment sale one time. So there was a bunch of bats in there, and I just remember looking. I was like, I'll take this.
So one of us one day, if we see that 66, could own Josh Moylan's bat.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then we'll try to sell it to Josh for big money. That's how it works. Would you buy your bat back for $1,000, Josh?
I don't know. I think if anything, it should be worth $1,000, but I don't think I'll be the one spending $1,000 to get it back now.
I got a recommendation from Malcolm Gray and Mully to watch the show on YouTube about the sports memorabilia guy. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
So I watched one episode. It's pretty interesting, and I can't remember what it's called right now. So I will Google that up. Netflix memorabilia show.
I thought you said YouTube.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I meant Netflix. I'm sorry.
My dad was talking about
King of Collectibles.
Yeah, my dad was talking about that the other day. He told me to watch it, so I'll definitely check it out.
It's pretty interesting. It's a lot of sports stuff. They also showed some Beanie Babies, which took me back to my childhood with my sister having a lot of those. Some dude had the first ever Apple computer that was going for big money, but they had a big Jackie Robinson sale. And they had his jersey. The guy was trying to get $10 million for it. It sold for $7.2 million.
Wow.
So, yeah, just insane stuff.
I'll have to check that out.
And I'm not familiar. Apparently there's a LeBron triple logo card that people are still looking for. And this dude flew to Canada to do an unboxing with Drake, trying to find the card. They didn't. They found a Penny Hardaway NBA logo card, which they were excited about. But anyway, King of Collectibles. Check it out.
Yeah.
And maybe one day you'll see a Josh Moylan bat up there that you can bid on. Let's see. Any other questions for Josh before we let him get out of here? Scott is our Maryland guy. He said, we've renamed the state to Moyland. Take out the Mary, put in the Moy. It's pretty cool, Josh.
That'd be pretty cool.
I was unaware of that. All right, so Josh, the week ahead, you got a Wednesday game at ODU and then Memphis in town this weekend. First of all, great to be back home, but to win 3 on the road, You know what the records say, home and road. You guys have been a lot better at home. So how nice was it to win those 3 away from home?
Oh, that was huge, and especially towards the end of the season. You won all these conference wins and midweek wins, obviously. But yeah, that was big to pick up 3 there. And the last one had a little scare. I thought we might be dropping that one, and then we just kept pushing, put up some runs and won. But yeah, it's gonna be huge to be playing at home this weekend, and then obviously the midweek coming up. But yeah, if we can get a packed house this weekend, that'll be good.
My favorite new tradition at home games is Jake Hunter dancing while the opposing team makes a pitching change. He is phenomenal. He's got like 4 or 5 moves that he goes to. How about, Josh, if you were in the spotlight, what move would you do in front of everybody?
I don't know.
You have a go-to?
I feel like the sprinkler is probably a good go-to one. Everybody knows that and should get some people involved. But yeah, Jake's always pulling out some new moves. He'll usually bring them up in the locker room before the game, like, hey, I got a new one today. And
okay.
We'll see, and we're all watching to see what it is. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool when he does that.
I love when he's in the bullpen and has to sprint down.
Yeah.
Great pitching from White this weekend, and 4th Pirate pitcher to win that award. You talked about it earlier. Jake Root moving to starter. Carter back in the spot that he won the AAC Pitcher of the Year award this year. So kind of tinkering with things late in the year, but man, it seems like you guys have found the right recipe as far as pitching goes.
Oh yeah, I mean, and guys just being willing to kind of fill the different roles is huge. I mean, Spivey, obviously, I think he'd like to start, but they talked to him like, hey, you want to go in the pen? You were so good there before, and that's what he did, and he was great there. I think the 2 times he's come so far out of the pen. But yeah, I mean, the guy's just willing to fill different roles, and Root's been awesome all year, and I think that's huge for him to be able to kind of fill that role while Trey's got his stuff going on. But yeah, pitching's been great.
Josh, we'll end it on a bad Eric dad joke. He likes to get these in. Shirley, do you have the rim shot ready? I thought this was a real question, but it wasn't. He said, Josh, for home games, where do you keep your mitt while driving to Clark LeClaire? I'm guessing the glove compartment. Jeez Louise, Eric. Par for the course. That is a good question, though, Josh. Do you ever take your glove home, or does it stay?
Nah, I mean, when we first get them, I'll bring it home, kind of break it in a little bit, but usually it's just staying right above my locker.
All right. Good one, Eric. Good stuff. Josh, thanks for joining us, man. Good luck to you. Might be the last time we see you in studio for a while. You guys will be staying on the road after South Florida, so we'll try to get you on the phone a couple Mondays from now after your regular season finale, and then you get to play in Clearwater. You like the stadium there at Clearwater?
Yeah, it's awesome there. Weather's great, stadium's cool, and the hotel we stay at's awesome. It's like a resort hotel, so the whole trip down there is pretty fun. I'm excited.
And gonna take a lot of power to hit one opposite field, but try to hit one into that tiki bar. You've hit one straight dead center since we last talked.
Showing
off the muscles.
We'll
a little
see
bit.
if I can pop one of that tiki bar. I've had a couple wall bangers there but let's see if I can get one out this year.
All right, man. Josh Moylan, thanks for joining us, Josh. Enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Delcor Players Lounge. If you need help with your plumbing, heating, cooling, call the service professionals. 321-8868. Visit delcorinc.com. Shirley Rhodes, let's make somebody a winner here on a Monday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Let's get somebody's week started off right. What are we giving away today?
How about some tickets to a Down East Wood Ducks baseball game?
All right, go see some minor league baseball at historic Granger Stadium on us. Tickets to the Woodies available right now for you and a friend. What caller are we looking for?
I'm going to go with, let's do caller 10.
Caller 10, 317-1250. We're back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
There's a common misbelief belief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Birdland, celebrate Mom this Mother's Day at Oriole Park at Camden Yards when the Orioles take on the Pittsburgh Pirates, Sunday, May 14th at 1:35. Be one of the first 15,000 fans, age 15 and over, in attendance to receive an Orioles crossbody bag. Come on out to the park to cheer on the Orioles and make this a fun-filled and memorable Mother's Day. A variety of ticket options are available. Buy yours now at Orioles.com/tickets.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit GreenvilleAutoWorld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
I can promise you, we are going to be a hard-nosed, physical, fundamentally sound, disciplined football team. We're going to compete and go toe-to-toe with anybody we match up against. But that's going to be our mentality year-round.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit QualityEquip.com to find the location near you. And congratulations to Jeff Dover of Greenville. Picked up a pair of tickets to a Down East Wood Ducks baseball game. Of course, baseball back in Kinston, and they are back home this week for Mother's Day with a series against the Delmarva Shorebirds. So get your single game tickets and check out all the fun promotions playing this season right now at woodducksbaseball.com. Go Woodies. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, last thing I want to hear heading into a segment Is Shirley going, oh no? And I just heard that.
Well, that's because I was working on something, and all of a sudden the commercial ended, and I was like, my song, my bumper music wasn't queued up properly, so that's why I yelled out, "Oh no!"
Oh no! But it's all good. The oh no.
Here comes the Austin comment.
I just saw that Jeopardy Masters is premiering tonight.
Yes,
it's like the all-time greatest Jeopardy players.
I am looking forward to that, actually.
It's the master. Is Jim Nance going to be calling it?
Hello, friends.
It's a tradition unlike any other.
So I decided during the break to find sports questions that have been asked in real Jeopardy games to ask to Shirley Rhodes and Chandler
Let's
Hannico.
Go! Oh, God.
All right, category.
Do we have to answer in the form of a question?
Yes, we're playing Jeopardy.
Okay.
Since we don't have buzzers. Do y'all want to try to buzz in, or do you want me to just give it to one of y'all? What do you want to do?
Give it to us, and that way he has a chance to steal and vice versa.
Okay. All right, Shirley, you're up. Category, pop quiz. Pop quiz. This college coach lent his name to a youth football league. The category is pop quiz. This college coach lent his name to a youth football league.
Who is Pop Warner?
That is correct. Shirley, you just won $1,200.
I will take that in all 20s, please.
All right. Category is sounds like pig Latin.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, gosh.
What? Long thought to have invented baseball, he fought for the Union at Antietam and Gettysburg. Chandler. Long thought to have invented baseball.
Pig Latin.
Don't worry about that. Who invented baseball? Shirley.
Invented baseball.
Who is Abner Doubleday?
If you had asked me basketball, I would have known that one.
Shirley.
Yes.
Category, you're an all-star. Starting in 1948, this Mr. Hockey was named to 21 NHL All-Star games.
Oh. In 48?
Yep. You're not allowed to ask Alex Trebek questions. Rest in peace.
Who is Wayne Gretzky?
Chandler.
Who is Gordie Howe?
Gordie Howe is correct.
Oh, let's go!
Chandler, you just won $1,000.
Woohoo!
Way to go. All right. Chandler, I'm going to give this one to you. The category is point the finger. Close basketball shot from the tip of the hand into the basket.
Wait, say that again.
Close basketball shot from the tip of the hand into the basket. Point the finger.
What is a layup?
Finger is in quotation.
What is a finger roll?
That is correct. You just won $800 more. Shirley, the category is talking more football. A player who can legally catch a pass is this type of receiver. Some are bachelors too. A player who can legally catch a pass is this type of receiver. Some are bachelors too. What is the word I'm looking for?
What is
a player who can legally catch a pass? Some are bachelors too.
What is wide receiver?
Chandler.
What is eligible?
Eligible is correct. Chandler.
I almost cursed on the air.
You just picked up $600.
I hate that.
Let's see. Chandler. Category is hall pass. To everyone's relief, in 2019, this Yankee pitcher became the first unanimous selection to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Who is in 2019? Who is Mariano Rivera?
That is correct. Add another $400 to your bankroll.
Woohoo!
Shirley, your category is science terms.
Oh, great. I sucked at science.
Basketball players learn not to move this foot, the term for the axle around which a wheel turns.
What is a pivot?
That is correct. Enjoy that $600.
Atta girl.
That one's really easy. Chandler, manly nicknames. Baseball's Stan the Man, who played in a record 24 All-Star games.
Who is Stan Musial?
That is correct. Another $1,200 for you. Shirley, category starts with a silent K. A slow, tricky pitch on the baseball diamond.
What is a knuckleball?
That is correct. That is $400 straight to your bank account.
I love this. This is fun.
Category, talking more football. In the NFL, each of these measures 10 yards by 53 1/3 yards.
Say that again, please. Like when the host is even confused.
You just
not good.
broke Chandler.
Category, talking more football. In the NFL, each of these measures 10 yards by 53 1/3 yards.
What is a yard marker?
No, Shirley.
What is the distance between first downs?
What is an end zone?
Oh.
I like how y'all did that. Who's up? Shirley?
Yeah.
Pro baseball teams. This West Coast team is the only one whose team, city, and name are both in Spanish.
Oh, who are the San Diego Padres?
That is $1,000, believe it or not. Wait, what?
What?
What? Huh? Hello?
What?
Category, also a basketball term. Clue. Matthew 13:45 says, "The kingdom of heaven is like unto this, that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind."
What?
Also a basketball term.
Oh?
Matthew 13:45 says, "The kingdom of heaven is like unto this, that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind." Chandler, you got anything?
I don't know.
Shirley?
What is unto a 3-pointer? No, I don't know.
What is a net?
Oh, a net. A net. Oh.
And that concludes our Jeopardy Sports Edition.
Jeez.
It wasn't too bad.
Some was good, some was bad.
Yeah.
Do we need to take our last break?
Yes, we do.
Let's take our last break. We'll come back, wrap it up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with more after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. The Wood Ducks are back at home against the Delmarva Shorebirds starting Tuesday, May 9th through Sunday, May 14th. Kick off your weekend with Thirsty Thursday with $2 beers and peanuts. Friday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a pink tumbler sponsored by Down East Homes. And on Saturday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a pink jersey sponsored by Lenore Community College. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. See you at Granger Stadium all week long. Go Woodies!
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208-516.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
It's time to save big and save now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Memorial Day markdowns. Beautiful furniture for your home with Memorial Day markdowns you have to see to believe. Plus 6 months special financing. Save up to 70% off clearance items. Plus take an additional 25% off accessories. This is a must-shop event with incredible savings store-wide. Start sleeping better and save on a new mattress with up to 48 months special financing now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate Radio.
So you believe in pirates? Pirates aren't Santa. They did exist, they did have treasures, and they did bury it. You know, I had an eye patch when I was 6. Who didn't, my friend? Who didn't?
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, the stock market was a mixed one today. The Dow slipped 55 points and closed at 33,618. The NASDAQ was up 21 points at 12,256. The S&P was only up a point at 4,138. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to you, Clip.
We're back with you Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Our buddy Bryce Williams will be here, and he got him a turkey this weekend. So we'll be talking about that, Pirate Radio Outdoors. Also, Billy Weaver will join us on the show, the Mully Man, to talk some Pirate baseball as we get you ready for the week ahead with Old Dominion and Memphis. Got that, plus Ellerby in hour number 1. I would like to thank y'all for your fantastic questions today. For Josh Moylan and Lane Hoover, made for a fun Monday Delcor Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll see you back here Tuesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of the show. For Shirley Rhodes and Chan Man, I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and